It's the final home game of the regular season for the Eastern Florida State College baseball team as they look to send off the sophomores against Broward College with a win. Live from Bruce Bochy Field on the Melbourne campus, it's the Titans and the Seahawks next. Ready to close out the home schedule and the broadcast schedule as well here on WEFS this afternoon. We're at Bruce Bochy Field in Melbourne. So glad to have you along for Titans baseball. I'm Jeff Radcliffe, joined by Jim Will Coxon. And the Titans not in position, Jim, to make the postseason this year, which is an oddity for really a lot of us around here. But what do they have in front of them today against a Broward College team that's in first place?
Well, the Titans come in winning 6 of their last 8 games, and I know Coach Tam would love to finish with a winning record, so they can start with a win tonight and hopefully take the next 4 games and end up with a winning record for the year.
Titans will face a good one on the mound for the Seahawks. Kyle Pierce, 4-4 record, 4.20 ERA, and it's really one of many talented pitchers on that staff.
Yeah, according to Coach Beazer, he's a finesse pitcher. He runs a fastball up there between 82, 86, has an excellent curve, slider, and changeup. He does have 46 strikeouts to go along with 10 walks on the year.
Last week against Palm Beach, we saw Rainieri de los Santos, a guy who's got a big future here for Eastern Florida State College, a strikeout artist.
Yeah, he's an impressive young pitcher. He runs that fastball up there 90 to 94 miles an hour, has a put-away slider. He has 41 strikeouts in 40 2/3 innings on the year.
Here's what he'll face in a very formidable Broward Seahawks order, batting .314 as a team. They got 25 home runs. Onyx Vega, one of those bashers that will lead things off. Alex Carballo is the designated hitter, and you say Jim Abdel Guadalupe could be the best of the bunch.
He really is. He leads in most offensive categories. He's headed to Nova Southeastern next year, and he comes in with 6 home runs. He has 14 out of 15 stolen bases, and he's batting .364 on the year. So quite an impressive second baseman.
You're ready for first pitch, as it'll be Broward and the gray pants and the blue tops. Eastern Florida in the mock blue camo. And we'll get to look at Rainieri de los Santos for the first time this afternoon. First pitch swung on, and right at the third baseman, Andres Ramos, thrown over to first to Jake Zarello, and there's quickly one out to start things off for Eastern Florida's defense. Looks like this. Elian Morejo is the battery mate of De Los Santos. Ramos at left, who just made that put out. Sanjurjo at short, Espinal at second, Zarello first. In the outfield, left to right, Valdez, Silva, and Paul Castillo. Umpires for today's game behind the plate, Kurt Brannon, and on the base paths, Ray Parrish. Second batter will be Abdel Guadalupe, who Jim was just talking about. 5'10", 190 out of Carolina, Puerto Rico. You know, like you said, leads him on just about all categories. 364 hitting. Swing and a miss there. He's down 0-2.
Yeah, it's very unusual to have a second baseman with those kind of power numbers. He also has a slugging percentage of .580 on the year, so that's quite unusual for a middle infielder.
Co-leader in home runs with 6. And he will put it opposite field, right at Dylan Espinal. The throw on to Zarello in time. Quickly, 2 up, 2 down.
That's a great sign for the Titans right there. Rainieri getting 2 ground balls right off the bat, and both Ramos and Espinal making the play. So we got 2 outs for the Titans.
Alejandro Rivero for the first time, sophomore. Rivero, first baseman this afternoon. 2 for 3, a run and RBI in their win against Miami-Dade. Had a home run in that game.
Yeah, Broward brings an impressive offensive lineup. Their first 6 hitters are hitting well over 300. So there's no easy outs in this particular lineup.
Rivera, one of those, 344. He, like Guadalupe, has 6 home runs. And throwing strikes here. Really good first innings thus far for Ray de los Santos.
Time.
Quick time.
Trying to break a little rhythm there with those first 2 strikes, and smart play by Alejandro.
Rivero hailing from Havana, Cuba. And he'll send it right to Espinal, looking for a second straight put out. 1, 2, 3 go the Seahawks in the top of the first. No runs, no hits. Nobody left, and we go to the bottom of the first. No score. So 3 ground ball outs for Raniero de los Santos. Now we'll look to get some run support. Here's how Eastern Florida State College's lineup will look. Very, very similar. Look, you've only got one field player as a substitution, so lineup as far as who's in it's not going to change much. Dylan Espinal will lead it off. Christian Sanjurjo, the shortstop, second. Morejo, third. Alvaro Valdez will be the cleanup hitter, followed by Paul Castillo, Andres Ramos, Jacob Zarello, Jason Corneal, and Kevin Silva to round out the order. Defensive shape for Broward. Pierce is the pitcher. Shamir Morales will be his battery mate, the catcher. Adams at third. Onyx Vega, the shortstop, a good one. Abdel Guadalupe at second. Rivero, the first baseman. Renovales, Carballo, and Eddie Arteaga are the outfielders left to right for Broward College, coming in 32-14, 16-8 in conference play. First of 4 to close out this last week of the season. The next 3 will be at Broward down in Davie.
Yeah, the Seahawks have had an impressive year, and according to Coach Beezer, they win all the tiebreakers, so they're sitting in a great seat right now.
Yeah, technically tied right now with Miami-Dade, as they were able to get some wins last week against Miami-Dade.
Yeah, tonight for the Titans, with Pierce on the mound, he's not going to be overpowering. It's going to be real important for Eastern Florida to be patient, stay back on the ball, let the ball come to you a little bit, and try to use all fields with this off-speed pitcher.
Broward last year went 0 for 7 against Eastern Florida. Not the case this year. Are able to, leading into this one, have a 1-2 record. So this has been a bogey team in the past, and see if that continues this week with a conference title really on the line for Ben Beezer's bunch.
Right, exactly. I think, like you said, it's unusual that the Titans aren't playing for the state tournament or anything. Right now they're just kind of playing for personal and team pride and school pride, and I know the sophomores want to go out on a positive note as well. So I'd like to see them get these last 4 games.
Eric and I last week talked a little bit about the injury bug that has really hit the Titans hard this year and haven't really been able to recover from that. But the positive the thing you take out of it is all the young guys have gotten some extra playing time this year that will lead them into next year with a good bit of rhythm.
That's true. He's Coach Tam's got some talented young players coming back next year.
Leading off for Eastern Florida is Espinal. Dylan on a 4-game hit streak, going up against Kyle Pierce here. 36 runs leads the team, 21 stolen bases leads the team. So a good guy to get on first as a leadoff batter. Take a strike in the hole 0-2, so both of these pitchers getting off to good starts.
Yeah, Dylan's your typical leadoff hitter. He is the catalyst for the team, and when he does well, the team tends to play well. So it's important that he get on base tonight.
One outside from Pierce. Kyle Pierce out of Marathon, played at Key West High School. It's about as far as you can go down in Florida. All the way down at the end of Route 1, mile 0.
Yeah, believe it or not, they've had a pretty good baseball program down there for years.
Yeah. Hey, what a road trip, though. You want to go down there, right?
That's exactly. It's a great place for the visiting team to go play, for sure.
At the famed bunkhouse down there for visiting athletic teams that they got to make those overnight trips. And this will be popped into the gap in center. Running on, making the catch is Renovales, and one down here in the bottom of the first.
Now number 3, Christian Sanjurjo.
Christian Sanjurjo, the shortstop, to bat second. The sophomore out of Puerto Rico with 19 multi-hit games this year. Went 1 for 3 in the 5-4 win against Palm Beach on Friday.
Yeah, Christian's hitting a robust 368 on the year, so he's been very consistent throughout the year, playing both shortstop and second base, switching off with Dylan.
It does lead the team, that average. First pitch from Pierce, a little off speed and taking an opposite field, but foul. Titans have won 6 of their last 8. Then swept Palm Beach in a doubleheader last Saturday. So they got 3 games against Broward Friday and Saturday to end the regular season. Want to go out on a high note here. It's chopped to third and beating out the throw. There's Vega and Adams, not sure who was going to take it, and the infield hit for Sanjurjo.
Yeah, this is one of those high choppers with that dry ground in front of home plate, and Sanjurjo does a great job of getting down the line, and Jeremiah Adams makes a fine play just a tad late. Nice infield hit for Sanjurjo to start it off for the Titans.
Christian with 4 stolen bases this year. And Elian Morejo now the 3-hole hitter, batting .275. Sits safely in 9 of his last 11 games.
Yeah, Elian, leads the team with 7 home runs on the year, so he has some pop in that bat.
Saw him hit one last week.
Ball.
He will take a ball, and I'm sure Kyle Pierce has been versed to watch out, a dangerous hitter for Eastern Florida.
Yeah, Kyle started all 3 batters off with a curveball, so I'm sure Coach Soto's making note of that in the dugout and talking to the rest of his lineup.
At the corner there, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Elian Morejo has been used as a catcher the last couple of weeks, typically the DH, but when you're the 3rd string catcher and the first 2 go down, that kind of forces the hand.
Yeah, Elian's done a great job. He's even played some first base over the course of the last month or so, but done an excellent job back behind the plate.
We're back to first, checking on Sanjurjo is Pierce.
Yeah, this has probably been one of the most challenging years for Coach Tam. It's almost like a mash unit when you have one position player you can go to on the bench. It's
right. You're left with Corporal Klinger, unfortunately.
Makes it challenging.
Strike, ball, and 2 strikes now to Morejo.
Nice curveball there by Pierce. A little 12-6 action on that curveball, and looked like Morejo was maybe looking fastball in that particular count.
Swing and a miss, and there's the first strikeout for Kyle Pierce, and there are 2 away here in the bottom of the first. So Pierce does have 47 strikeouts now on the season against 10 walks. Healthy ratio there.
Yeah, it looked like Morejo went up out of the zone and chased one, and was probably going to be ball 2 if he hadn't swung at it, but good pitch by Kyle Pierce nonetheless.
Here we go.
Up to Alvaro Valdez. Back on the left side of the plate, chops it to short. Vega's there and will take it himself to second. And the side is retired. There was a hit and one left. And at the end of 1, no score between Broward and Eastern Florida.
Join the fast-growing and rewarding field of healthcare at Eastern Florida State College's new Health Sciences Institute, where you can earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in a wide range of exciting careers, such as nursing, surgical technology, emergency care, radiography, sonography, and more. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center, with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Go to the top of the second. It'll be batters 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Ben Beezer's Seahawks. Alex Carballo will lead things off here for Broward. Again, 32-14 on the season, 16-8, tied for first with Miami-Dade going into this final weekend. Carballo, one of the many Archbishop McCarthy products on this team. Matos, Fernandez, Van Bell, the other ones. Carballo batting .340.
Carballo's an impressive player. He's committed to Kennesaw State next year, fine university just north of Atlanta there. And not only does he have a .340 batting average, he stole 27 out of 30 bases. So it's one you want to keep off the bases for sure.
Does lead the team in that category. When you have 27, you think that would be tops, and it is. Center fielder and a 0-1 count now with De Los Santos. Getting to chop that one off the plate and foul. So 0-2. This last couple of outings for Rainieri, how important is this going into next season? Because he's going to be one of those feature guys for Jeff Tam.
Yeah, I think it's real important. He needs to prove to Coach Tam that he can be the #1 guy next year, and he certainly has the tools to do it. He has a good live fastball, and like I said, he has a put-away slider. And as evidenced right there, down and away.
First
little back foot slider to get Carballo.
First strikeout, that was completed by Morejo, a catcher. And then again, there's one away.
I've seen Rainieri pitch several times this year, and the only time he really gets in trouble when that fastball starts running into the right-handed hitters. He starts losing control. I think his front shoulder flies open a little bit, but when he stays compact with his mechanics, he really throws the ball well.
It's going to be Jeremiah Adams to try his hand next, third baseman. Adams batting .331 out of Mattapoisett, Massachusetts.
Yeah, and he's heading back north. He's committed to West Point for next year.
Wow.
So
very impressive.
Not only is he an excellent baseball player, but he's obviously an excellent student if he can get into West Point. So congratulations to Jeremiah and his family.
Ball.
The strike zone, a ball count even at 1-1. Jeremiah 2 for 3 last week in that 2-1 win against Miami-Dade.
1-1.
And a series where they took 3 of 4 to pull themselves level at the top of the standings. So there is drama in the Southern Conference.
Time!
As there usually is, and that one hit him.
Yeah, it looked like De Los Santos tried to run a slider inside and just barely clipped Adams there to get a free pass to first base.
The Seahawks have been hit by pitches now 37 times. That is 4th in the nation. And it's not one of those stats that you would think it's just random, but there is an art form to that, right? There's a way to approach the plate.
Yeah, there really is. And a lot of times it's just a matter of players crowding the plate a little bit and turning that front shoulder, not being scared to get hit.
So Adams with a modicum of speed there at first with 16 stolen bases, bringing up Freddie Matos, a designated hitter. The quick throw back to check on Adams. Matos, another one of those Archbishop McCarthy products, batting .353, 29 RBIs. Runner on first will send it to Espinal at second, looking for 2 as they get to Sanjuro on to first. Nice double play. So the 4-6-3 in effect, and that will end the inning. There was no runs, a hit by pitch, and the 1 runner left.
Nice job by Rainieri keeping that ball in on the hands, forcing that ground ball, and Dylan Espinal did a great job of setting his feet, making a nice throw to Christian Sanjuro at second. And on to first for the double play.
That's backing up your pitcher there. So DP turned. And De Los Santos has faced the minimum to start off the first couple of innings. Eastern Florida will come up, and it will be 5, 6, 7 in the order for Jeff Tam. Paul Castillo, Andres Ramos, Jacob Zarello due up. Got a good crowd here building up, and it's only going to get bigger as the sun goes down to see these sophomores off for the final time.
Yeah, I think the community and a lot of the students have done an excellent job of supporting Titan baseball all year long. And like we were talking earlier, it's been such a warm spring. We haven't even had close to a rain out. So every game is played as scheduled, so it's unusual in Florida.
Make up, you get to the fall season when it seems like every soccer game we have on WEFS has a delay or a rain out. Must have a chagrin of Jeff Carr or Oliver 12trees. Let's hope they're not saving it for that, right?
Exactly.
Of course, soccer, the game you can play in the rain, but it's the thunderstorms that get you.
That's exactly right. And those are usually prevalent around here.
Now, this is our final broadcast of the athletic year. So always a bittersweet day to, well, we're finally finished, but you have to say goodbye to everybody for the summer and look back at all the great moments we had. Paul Castillo, batting .356.
Yeah, Paul's been an impressive player all year. He's a switch hitter and hits equally well from both sides. Has power to all fields, runs well. I'm surprised he's only stolen 4 bases. He is 4 out of 5 on the year, but with his speed, I'm surprised he doesn't have double digits in the stolen base category.
Ball.
It's always about what situation you're in, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and he's batted everywhere in the lineup. He's been in the top 3 some, and down in the bottom 3, and in the middle. So he's kind of been all over the place in the order.
Today in the 5-hole on a 6-game hit streak, by the way. And he will send this into center field. Comfortably covering is Carballo, and he's got the first out of the inning. Andres Ramos come up next. Ramos, the sophomore out of Puerto Rico, batting .277. He's hit safely in 3 of his last 5 games.
And Andres has excellent power, especially to the pull side. He's hit 3 home runs so far this year, and I've seen 2 of them. They were absolute bombs out there to the pond.
It's that bat high, and we'll take a strike from Kyle Pierce. Almost 13 multi-hit games this season. And we'll have a hit. So 4 in his last 6 games as he hits the 1-out single.
Yeah, Andres did a nice job of just staying with that curveball, not trying to pull it too much, stayed right on it, drove it right over Vega's head at shortstop. Nice piece of hitting by Andres Ramos, the third baseman.
Runner on first with 1 away. And here's Jacob Zarello for the first time this afternoon out of Miami Westminster Christian by way of the University of North Florida, batting .210. But has been hot as of late. 3 hits in his last 4 games.
Yeah, and Jacob's got an excellent eye at the plate. He's got 29 walks on the year. He really makes a pitcher work. If you're a pitcher or the parent of a pitcher, he's the kind of guy you don't want to see up there because he's going to battle you. He's going to make you throw a lot of pitches.
Zarello batting here from the left side. And he's in a 0-2 hole. Jason Corneal on deck. Lead from Ramos at first. Ramos does have 4 stolen bases. Set the pitch from Pierce. Missed that one low.
Yeah. It's like Pierce is going to Jacob with all fastballs so far. He tried to move a little bit further outside, and the umpire wasn't biting on that one. So I'd look for that curveball right here. Jacob needs to sit fastball, but look for that curveball.
Here's the 1-2. No, throw back to first to check Ramos. Not in time.
Ramos got back standing up, so that tells you he can probably take at least another step and get a little bit bigger lead. Break up a potential double play or get to third on a base hit.
Pierce again throwing back. Just got in, so he listened to you and nearly paid the price.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I think he was leaning there. Look at his body language. He kind of took about a half a step towards second, and then saw that Pierce was coming his way and made a nice dive back and got in just under the tag.
pitch out coming here.
Ball.
In fact, it is outside.
And I'm sure Coach Tam's kind of in a little bit of a quandary too. With only one position player on the bench, you've got to be careful about stealing bases and getting more players hurt than you already have. So
Sure.
you want to win the game, but you also want to be sensible about it. So he's probably in a situation he's not used to being in.
Strike for Zarello, and a second K for Kyle Pierce.
Yeah, Jacob did a good job of staying back and just swung over the top of that ball. Probably looking for a different pitch right there.
2 out for Jason Corneal, the sophomore out of the Dominican Republic, the hero of the game against Palm Beach. The RBI to win it, and now he's got a base hit. So a 2-out single puts runners at first and second, thanks to Jason Corneal, the designated hitter.
Yeah, Jason, you could tell, was looking at that first pitch curveball, and that ball hung a little bit, and again, he just stayed right on it, drove it right up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there by Jason Corneal.
9-hole hitter Kevin Silva up next, looking to turn this order over. With Espinal on deck, 2 on, 2 out. Silva batting .288 out of Kissimmee Osceola. He's had 15 multi-hit games this year. 20 RBIs, does have that possibility.
Yeah, Kevin's done
Strike.
a good job all year. He's batted leadoff, second, and been down on the bottom of the order, and he's been pretty productive no matter where Coach Tam has put him. He's a really good contact hitter. I look for him to put it in play right here and see if the Seahawks can make a play.
This is going to be sent to the gap in right center. Giving chase, it's to the wall. And waving Ramos home is Jeff Tam. Ramos will be the first run of the game on a stand-up triple from Kevin Silva.
Nice piece of hitting there by Kevin Silva. He was looking dead red right there and got the pitch he wanted and drove it to right center for a 2 RBI triple. Great piece of hitting there by Kevin.
Third hit in the inning. We're back to the top of the order. Dylan Espinal. Flied out to left his first at bat. Trying to extend that 4-game hitting streak. Be a nice time to do it with an RBI right down the line, 90 feet away.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to let that triple go to waste, even with 2 outs. See the third baseman Adams playing in, expecting a potential bunt. He knows Espinal can run a little bit, but Espinal's looking to drive that ball to the outfield right here.
Silva tagged that ball.
Yes, he did. For a small guy, he's got some pretty good power.
Ball.
That's 1-1 on Espinal. Bottom of the second. Kyle Pierce from the stretch. The 1-1. And looks like it could be a base hit. Will it drop? It will not. So sailed just a little bit on Espinal, and the side is retired, but a run comes home on 3 hits. There was the runner left, and it's 1-0 Titans as we go to the third.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Set for the third inning of work for Ranieri de los Santos. He's been given the lead here in the top of the third inning, 2-0.
Yeah, Renovalis comes in hitting .284. He has 18 stolen bases on the year and 21 attempts. So another guy you want to keep off the base, and Ranieri starts him off with a strike.
How about another?
That's that put away slider I'm talking about. It's really devastating to right-handed hitters especially, and he's got that tight spin. It's really hard to pick up. It looks like a fastball and it just fades away from you.
Renovalis batting .284.
Ball.
Job by Morejo to keep that one
Goody.
skirting away.
Elion's done a great job behind the plate, like I said earlier, even with no one on base. He didn't have to do that, but he did the right thing, moved his feet over and blocked it just like you're supposed to.
Right up the gut, and that will be a base hit to lead off the third for Joseph Renovalis.
Yeah, not a bad pitch. Probably up a little bit more than what Ranieri wanted, and Renovalis did a nice job of just driving it through the middle. And this is what I'm talking about now. First batter on, nobody out, and Renovalis has 18 steals, so Ranieri's going to have to keep him close.
Eddie Arteaga, the runner on first and nobody out. Bat for the first time. Right fielder out of Miami, Palmetto, batting .275. He'll get a piece of it and send it deep to right. Looking up, and it's out of here. Castillo could only watch. A 2-run home run ties things up. Eddie Arteaga's first home run of the year comes at a great time.
Yeah, he got all of that one. Again, that ball was just a little more up than what Ranieri wants, and Arteaga knew what to do with it. He turned on that one, and yeah, that ball's right down Broadway, and that's exactly the pitch that Arteaga was looking for, and drove it over the right field fence. Now we've got a ball game, a new ball game right here, all tied up at 2.
Base is suddenly empty, not the way you want, but Shamir Morales now, the 9-hole hitter, will come to the plate. Freshman out of San Lorenzo, Puerto Rico. Batting .310, been hot as of late.
Ball.
Yeah, this is where Ranieri's got to really lock in and forget about it. Okay, we've got a new ball game again. He's got to forget about that home run and lock in. You got the 9-hole hitter up. It's important to get that first out right here.
Ball, that's in.
Morales 1 for 3 with an RBI last week in that 2-1 win against Miami-Dade. And it's 2-1. As De Los Santos looking to rebound, trying to get that first out.
You can tell Ranieri really likes to work fast, so he likes to get that ball back and throw it.
Sanjurjo on a beat in time, and there's one away.
Nice comeback by De Los Santos to battle up. The pitch is still a little bit more up than what he wants, but Sanjurjo made a nice play moving to his left and making a good throw to Jacob Zarello at first for the first out of the third inning.
Back to the top of the order, and Onyx Vega grounded out the third to lead off the game, the shortstop. Also from Trujillo Alto, Puerto Rico, batting .350, leads the team in runs batted in. 42 of them.
Yeah, that's impressive. You don't often see that with a leadoff hitter. That tells you people in the bottom part of the lineup are getting on a lot when you've got your leadoff hitter with 42 RBIs.
2 balls, no strikes. Dangerous hitter and Vega upstairs, and the count runs 3-0. So 2 runs home on the 2-run home run from Arteaga.
Ball 4.
And walks him on 4 straight. So first walk issued by De Los Santos, perhaps rattled a little bit by the 2-run home run.
Yeah, it looks like it a little bit. I mean, the first 2 innings he was really in a good rhythm, keeping the ball down. Now he's left the ball up a couple of times in this inning, and he's been hurt by it. He just needs to refocus, finish the pitch, finish that follow through, and get that ball down knee high, and he'll be fine.
Abdel Guadalupe will bat next. Grounded out to second, the second baseman. Guy with some home run power, as you see there.
Yeah, like I said earlier, he's headed to Nova Southeastern, which again has a excellent Division II program, and I'm sure he'll fit right in with that program down there.
.364 average, 43 runs, 18 doubles, 6 home runs, all leading or co-leading the team. And he'll chop it to third. Could this be a double play turned by Sanjurjo? No, it was Espinal to turn it, and that will end the inning. So a little help there for De Los Santos. But 2 runs come across on the 2-run home run from Arteaga, and it's tied at 2 as we go to the bottom of the third.
That's the old pitcher's best friend. Get out of a hole there when you're struggling a little bit, and he got that ground ball to third, and nice double play, 5-4-3.
Take a look here.
That ground so hard in front of first base, you're getting a lot of high hoppers right off the bat, and nice play. And I think that's been one of the biggest differences in these last 6 to 10 games for the Titans, is their defense has really started to play better and make the plays like that you're supposed to make, and that's why they've won, I think, 6 of their last 8 games.
How much of fielding really is getting into a rhythm?
It really is. It's just like hitting, you know, and I think it's contagious. You know, you make plays, and the guy next to you will make plays, and I think it's been the Achilles heel for this Titans team for sure. There are a lot of games they could have won had the defense come through for them, because they've certainly scored enough runs, and pitchers have pitched pretty well for most of the year.
Clouds building on this Wednesday afternoon. Melbourne. Just a gorgeous April afternoon.
Yes.
And everybody seem to be taking advantage of it, whether you're out on the field playing or here to watch. Christian Sanjurjo will lead things off in the third for the Titans. Reached on an infield hit in the first inning. For a 20th multi-hit game, should he make that happen here?
Ball that's out.
Hung by Pierce, outside a ball.
Bring it in a little bit more straight.
Sanjurjo again batting .368, leading the team.
Hey.
Now and just hits the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, talking to Coach Soto, the hitting coach for the Titans, he says good chance he may be headed to Kaiser University next year to continue his baseball career. So it's another Jeff Tam product, going to play at a 4-year school.
Up the middle, and he's 2 for 2. So Sanjurjo to lead things off in the third on the base hits and doing what he does, getting hits and getting on base.
Yeah, he just has a real nice compact swing. Does a great job keeping his hand back, and doesn't try to do too much with that curveball. Hits it right back up the middle.
And Morejo, a strikeout victim in the first inning. A runner on first, nobody out here in the third. Out of Orlando's Lake Nona High School, the former Lion with 39 runs leading the team. Also 7 home runs, as Jim mentioned, does have quite the pop in the bat should he get around on one.
Yeah, he's got excellent power to all fields, and he's looking to drive one right here for sure.
Pitch from Pierce, and it drives it right to second. Guadalupe trying to double off Sanjurjo, and able to do so, and quickly 2 down. So double play has been the name of the game here for both teams.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. Morejo hits it right on the button. It's just right to Vega, the second, or Guadalupe, the second baseman, and a little bit of a base running mistake there by Sanjurjo. I'm not sure he would be able to get back, but typically line drive, you want to head back to the base, and he took a step towards second.
Base is suddenly empty for Alvaro Valdez. Did get a chunk of the ball, did Morejo, just not high enough.
Yeah, that's one of those frustrating double plays when you hit it right on the nose and end up with a double play.
Taking a strike, Valdez. Right at the shortstop in the first inning, who got the force out at second to Vega. Foul back to the screen.
Kyle Pierce, the pitcher for Broward, has really done a great job of keeping the ball around the plate. I don't think he's gone to a 3-ball count yet, so he's done an excellent job of mixing his pitches, relying mostly on the curveball, but definitely keeping it around the plate.
Ball.
Ball 2. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Valdez. Miami native for his last 11 with 3 runs scored.
Ball.
And now he's run the count full, 3-2.
3-2.
Base is empty here after the double play. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So second strikeout for Kyle Pierce. There was no runs on a hit. And after 3, we're tied at 2.
Join the fast-growing and rewarding field of healthcare at Eastern Florida State College's new Health Sciences Institute, where you can earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in a wide range of exciting careers, such as nursing, surgical technology, emergency care, radiography, sonography, and more. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Go to the top of the 4th. Rivero, Carballo, and Adams here for visiting Broward College Seahawks. 4th inning of work now for Rainieri de los Santos. Gave up the 2-run home run in the last inning. They get back into that rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's going to be real important to get this first batter to, like you said, get back into that rhythm and have a quick inning, get back in the dugout and let the Titans hit.
High and ball 1 to start things off. Rivero grounding out to second base in the first inning.
Foul! Foul!
Fouled that one off. Count will even at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, Rivero's headed to St. Thomas University next year to play, and looks like they're getting a quality player with a .344 batting average and 6 home runs. That one's smart. It's that low pitch right off the foot, and that'll sting for a while. He's also has a .540 slugging percentage, which is quite impressive.
You get up approaching 500. Yes, you're doing the math job.
Yes.
A bash, smash and crash, whatever you want to look at it.
Yeah, Broward just overall, like we've talked about, they're just an impressive hitting team, hitting .314 as a team. That's impressive this late in the year.
Ball, ring.
Did he go? He did. And one away. Rivero strikeout.
And it looked like Rivero was looking for the fastball and got the slider high and fooled him, and De Los Santos made a quality pitch there to get that first out of the inning.
You said he needed, and now Alex Carballo, strikeout victim in the first inning.
Ball.
Takes a ball. Carballo from Pembroke Pines. You mentioned going to Kennesaw State to play collegiately.
Yeah, they're getting a good one there. He's a center fielder, but I bet he could play any of the 3 outfield positions, and the way he hits and runs, he'll be a great addition to that program.
Base is empty, one away for De Los Santos.
Ball. In.
Inside a ball, 2-1.
Ring.
I gotta check just in case.
In.
Ray Parrish there on the first baseline.
Yeah, Ranieri wanted that pitch. It looked like a pretty good pitch, probably just off the plate under the hands there.
This will be a slow chopper. De Los Santos can't get it. Flip back and not in time. That was going to be a tough play all the way with the speed from Carballo. He's aboard on an infield hit.
Yeah, Ranieri makes a quality pitch right here. Gets it in on the hands on him, and it's just one of those swinging bunts that both De Los Santos and Zarello go after it. And
he dove in first.
Yeah, and with his speed, he's going to be hard to get in a play like that. So
probably didn't need to dive, but
no, it looked like he
now he's hurt.
Injured himself a little bit. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, those bases don't often break away. Right?
No, they don't. They're not very forgiving there. So I don't know if he jammed his wrist or finger. There's something. He's looking at his left hand, so it must be a left hand injury.
Remember, he's a 27-time successful Steeler. And think about going forward, going into the state tournament. Look, this team's already clinched. It's just
right.
Who's going to win the conference over Miami-Dade? You don't want to lose somebody like that.
Yeah, here's a good replay again. He gets sawed off there on the hands, but Carballo's got such good speed. He makes a kind of a half dive and half slide there, and it's hard to tell. Good camera work, but it was hard to tell where the injury came from. His left hand looked like it landed on top of the base, so
now this affects things the rest of the way. Runner on base here with one out for Jeremiah Adams.
Hey.
Jeremiah was hit by a pitch. Was a good friend of mine in the second inning.
That's a classic. Yeah, Ranieri's got to stay on top of it, not forget about Carballo, because he didn't injure his leg. So there you go. He's keeping an eye on him, keep him close, give Elion a chance to throw him out if he does go.
Adams, the future West Point cadet.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a pitch out here too, since he's got one strike on him already.
Ball.
Looked like a pretty good slider there, just off the plate at the knees. Good safe pitch though by De Los Santos.
1-1.
Ball.
Like a pretty good pitch there, I guess maybe a little bit up, but it's one Ranieri wants to get down for sure.
2-1, going back to first base, checking on the speedy Carballo.
It's going to be real important for Jacob Zarello to bounce off that bag once the pitch is delivered to try to plug up that hole between first and second and maybe get a double play here.
Ball.
On the outside. Missed. 3 balls to strike to Jeremiah Adams. Right down Broadway. Strike 2.
Yeah, that was a nice heater there from
3-2.
De Los Santos. It's important. Don't lose him here. Make him earn it. Make him swing the bat right here. Let your defense help you out.
Runner goes. Throw from Morejo. It's a strikeout. Runner safely at second on the throw, but Adams strikes out. And
strikeout and batter interference, so the runner is automatically out in that particular play.
Interesting. I'm about to say that was only the second out, so he interfered with it and ended the inning. So that's the ultimate insult to the play, right?
It is, exactly, and because with Carballo's speed, I'm sure he's probably going to steal the base, but Titans caught a break there, but clearly Adams walked right in front of Morejo.
Yep.
And blocked the throw, and the umpire
very demonstratively did
Kurt
Brandon.
Yeah, called it right away, so he was right on top of it.
So for those who don't understand, had he not been a strikeout victim, it was the batter and the runner out there too? If that was the case, if it was not called strike 3?
Correct, yeah.
So, but runner and batter both would be out on the interference.
That's correct.
No matter what, in all situations.
In all situations. Well, no, on the batter it would have to have been strike 3.
Okay, so yeah.
If it wasn't strike 3,
he would still
be at the plate.
His runner would have been out.
His runner would be out, absolutely. Yeah.
And busier, so and Beezer certainly unfortunate there. Getting out of what could have been a promising inning. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-2.
And we've talked about, this being the last game for a lot of the sophomores, but I know Coach Tam's excited about the players that are coming back, and not only the guys that have been able to stay healthy and play all year, but you've got some guys that are injured, like Collier Rutledge, a power hitting outfielder that'll be back next year, and on the mound, Pablo Barquero got injured, and Boris Villa injured. So hopefully those 3 can really come back and make a difference next year, along with the guys that are healthy. And
on your screen there, you see the Virginia Tech shirt. That's Alexandria Obafagay, who, if you watched our women's basketball broadcast this year, was the highlight of the year for first-year coach M.J. Baker. And she has parlayed that season into a scholarship offer at Virginia Tech. So congratulations to her and the entire, Titans basketball program.
Well, that's good news for you since you're a Hokie man.
That's right. Always an opportunity to sell the alma mater.
Absolutely.
Of course, they were here for that Paradise Jam that got moved from the islands over in here. So Virginia Tech, one of those teams in that. West Virginia was the team that won it. I believe it was Drexel was one of the others.
Yeah,
blanking on the 4th.
Virginia Tech, they've got a quality athletic program up there, so I'm sure she'll go up there and do well.
And the coaching staff there certainly getting a gem. Helped the Titans to quite the season this year, and certainly robbed. There'll be a strike him out, throw him out here, and there's one away as Castillo retired on the throw to first.
Yeah, Kyle Pierce seems to be living and dying with that curveball, and that one was down out of the zone, and Castillo went after it and out on 3 strikes. kind of a different mentality when you're facing a pitcher like Kyle Pierce, because he throws more curveballs than fastballs, and you've got to go up there thinking a little bit differently.
Ramos grounding out to Vega. Quick throw there for Onyx, and there's 2 away. 6-3.
In that particular case, Ramos got one of the few fastballs that have been thrown and hit it solid. Just hit it right to him.
And well, the umpire's going to have a conversation about that. When I saw the replay, it looked like he stepped off the bag, but maybe not.
It sure looked like it on the replay. It looked like Rivero pulled off. Coach Tam definitely has a legitimate argument there.
Gotta save that argument for another day. Take a look.
Again, Ramos hits it hard, does a good job of getting down the line, and he clearly pulls his foot off prior to Ramos getting there.
It happens more than you would expect, too. Well, with 2 away, Jacob Zarello to keep the inning going. They're in the home half of the 4th.
Ball.
Yeah, I could see Jacob. He's a better hitter than the 210 average says, and I know he's got some excellent power, so it wouldn't surprise me if he gets his pitch, drive one out of here.
Ball.
Outside of
3-0.
3-0. So taking all the way, you would think.
Yeah, like I said earlier, he's a very patient hitter and makes the pitcher throw strikes. So I got to believe takes on here all the way for sure.
Hey.
Strike.
And it never fails. They throw it right down the middle.
Yeah. Well, mentally, they know they're going to get it if they do it.
Exactly.
And does it again, and now gets strike 2.
Yeah, he went with the fastball again on 3-1 to run into 3-2. So now Zarello's got to be thinking fastball, but also looking for that curve, because he seems to rely heavily on that curve.
Opposite field. Foul ball.
Yeah, just foul.
Like, hang on, Sloopy.
Yeah, Jacob did a nice job on this pitch right here. Out of third of the plate. He stayed right on it, didn't try to do too much with it, and only fouled by just a couple of feet.
Zarello with a full count, 2 out, nobody on. Plenty of options on the base pass to get to. And he will lace it to right field. Going back, it is gone!
He made me look like a genius.
Jacob Zarello, a solo home run, his 2nd of the season, and that gives the Titans a 3-2 lead. Got every piece of that ball.
Yes, he did. Pierce went to one too many fastballs, and that's what Jacob was looking for. And he turned on that one, sent it over the right field wall.
It's a hometown crowd, something to cheer about. 2 out, solo home run.
And it really wasn't a bad pitch. It was kind of inner third, and Jacob just did an excellent job of getting that barrel through the zone, driving it to right field. I know Coach Tam likes seeing that. He's going to want a lot more of that next year. I look for Jacob next year to come back his 2nd year and hit somewhere between 5 and 10 home runs.
He was fabulous freshman. Here's Jason Corneal, the designated hitter. Corneal playing his final game here at Bruce Bochy Field, hitting .309. Singled and scored back in the 2nd. Productive part of the order here for the Titans this afternoon. This will chop it to Vega. It's short. Long throw over to first in time to Rivero. And the side is retired, but a run comes home on a big hit from Jacob Zarello, and the Titans have taken the lead 3-2.
Join the fast-growing and rewarding field of healthcare at Eastern Florida State College's new Health Sciences Institute, where you can earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in a wide range of exciting careers such as nursing, surgical technology, emergency care, radiography, sonography, and more. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Titans back in front, 3-2. So run spotted back to Ranieri de los Santos on for his 5th inning of work. Freddie Matos will start things off for Broward.
Here we go, Fred. Keep 1 foot in, please. You won't pitch. Thank you.
I'm being told to keep 1 foot in the box. Not a lot from our umpires this year.
I think that's good. They're making that a priority. Try to speed the games up a little bit and get rid of those 3- and 4-hour games. I'm hoping they're training the players at the younger ages, so when they get to this level, it'll be second nature to them.
Oh, it keeps the fatigue at a minimum too when you're playing quicker games.
Oh,
absolutely.
You got to turn around and play another one the next day.
Let's over the plate.
All this idea, though, you can affect the rhythm of a picture by moving out, the head games, and sometimes I think that all levels out. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree. I think
because each side can do it.
They can, and I think even though they've been in baseball for years and years, they've got to do something to keep fan interest up, because there's so many other sports out there and so many other choices for people to watch and enjoy. And if they don't do something like that to speed up the games, they're going to continue to lose fans.
Ball.
On outside.
The millennials want it now.
Yeah, that's
they want to push that button. They don't want 3- and 4-hour games. Once again, it's important for Ranieri to get this leadoff hitter and take away some options for the Seahawks and get this first batter.
Chopped in front of the mound, picked up by De Los Santos, and the throw off target, little collision. And it will be leadoff runner on second after the error. So Matos is aboard. Have fun scoring that one.
Yeah, that ball had a funny sound to it. I guess it hit the plate and bounced straight up, and Ranieri just dropped his arm and it sailed on him, and it's one of those plays where Jacob Zarello at first, he just kind of hung out to dry. There's not a lot he can do with the runner barreling down. And instead of having 1 out, we have a runner on second, no outs.
Our discussion there at second. So it was a pretty big league collision.
Yeah, well, Matos ran into Zarello, and of course, Zarello's not one of those guys you want to run into. He's a solid young man. So
Zarello 6'1", 235.
Yeah, I think Matos tweaked his arm or his shoulder a little bit, but looks like he'll be okay.
Yeah, Matos 6'1", 187, so it does give up some weight there.
Yeah, DB and a linebacker there.
Yeah,
so
good 45 pounds. Yeah. But he got up.
Yes, he did. So,
well, luckily it was more of a glancing blow. So a number of conferences going on. You got one at second and one with the home plate umpire here on the near side. You got a conference at the mound and then just off the mound on the infield. Trying to get things squared away.
Yeah, I think Coach Beezer's maybe trying to see if, or argue that Jacob interfered at first and trying to get another base for Matos, but I don't know that that's the case. I mean, Jacob has a right to go get the baseball, and it was just one of those unfortunate collisions that happens in the game.
Jake didn't budge on the collision either one.
Yeah, just luckily neither player seriously injured and they can stay in the game. But again, this is where Ranieri's got to lock back in and get this first out. I think they're in at the corners because they know Renovales has good speed, so they're looking for a potential bunt.
Renovales singled and scored back in the third. He's got a runner on second in scoring position with nobody out here in the fifth.
Ball.
And they'll be ahead in the count to start.
That looked like a good pitch there. I'm not so sure where that was, but that was
he won't pitch.
a good slider at the knees. Must have just missed.
Lead from Matos at second. Pitch to Renovales again outside, 2-0.
Again, that's an example of a play that's kind of been haunting the Titans most of the year. A basic play that you should make. It should be an easy, pitcher to first base throw and one out, but yet it's no outs and runner on second.
3-0.
That's been frustrating. Now he's dug himself a hole, 3-0. So it's important that he refocus and try to come all the way back and get this out right here.
On deck is Arteaga, who had the 2-run home run in the third. Looking for a strike, and he walks him on 4 straight. So runners at first and second, nobody out. Second walk issued by De Los Santos.
Good job of Ramos and Zarello coming out to the mound to talk to him, try to settle him down, get him to take a deep breath, refocus, get a ground ball right here and get a double play, and then try to get out of this inning without any runs.
Arteaga, Miami Palmetto bat from the left side of the plate and hit an opposite field home run. Scored one in front of him. Tied the game up 2-2 back in the third. Now he's got 2 on, nobody out. And 5th straight out of the strike zone from Ranieri De Los Santos. And here comes Jeff Tam out of the dugout.
Yeah, Coach Tam, I think she's going to come out and try to slow him down. Maybe saw something about his mechanics where he's missing, because most of his pitches he's not missing that much, and some of those pitches down in the zone, borderline ball strike. So I know he's wanting a little bit bigger zone out there as well.
So be through the hole on the right side. And everybody will hold, but the bases are loaded. So base hit for Arteaga. He's 2 for 2. Boy, came in a hurry from Castillo. So nobody scores, but now the runners and the bases are loaded.
Yeah, that pitch just caught too much of the plate, and Arteaga knew what to do with it. Hitting that ground ball between first and second. Now, like you say, bases loaded, nobody out.
A big inning, perhaps on tap for the Seahawks. Shamir Morales grounded out to short his first at bat. Well, you take that here and get the 2 runs and trade, or get the 2 outs and trade for a run for sure.
Absolutely. And this is where the Titans need to communicate to each other too. You've got you have the catcher batting, so he typically doesn't run well, so you have more time on the throw than you think. So there's no sense of getting a hurry. Legitimate chance to get a double play with the catcher running.
Time!
Got him, and he'll.
No, it doesn't matter.
Hit by pitch will bring home a run. We're tied at 3. So we talked about that in the second inning when Adams was plunked. That's the second hit by pitch of the game for one of the teams that's best in the nation at that.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, I've seen Ranieri pitch several times this year, and when he struggles, it's that fastball that tails into the right-handed hitter, tends to get away from him a little bit. And it's great to have movement on your ball, but In some cases, he just has a little bit too much movement. I think he's dropping his arm and that front shoulder's flying open a little bit.
38th batter hit by a pitch of a season for Broward. And now we're back to the top of the order. And it could get a lot worse before it gets better.
Yeah, we've gone from the first batter that should have been out. Now he's scored on a hit by pitch, and now you're have the bases loaded with the top of your order up. That's not a good situation for the Titans. But hopefully Ranieri can buckle down and settle in right here.
Vega 0 for 1 with a walk. Bases are corroded. And there's strike one.
It's a good first pitch strike.
Vega, the leading RBI man on this team, with 42 of them. Some are right on the table to gobble up right now. Strike two.
There you go. Nice pitch there by De Los Santos. Good job of changing the eye level. He had a little bit of high fastball, then a low slider on the outside part of the plate. Keep Vega guessing a little bit right here. I'd look for that slider off the plate right here with 2 strikes.
One misses outside. 1-2.
Nice job by Morello sliding over, blocking that ball. He's really got to be a wall right here with that runner at third base.
Ball.
Upstairs. Now it's even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, nobody out.
2-2.
1 run already in here in the 5th. One of the best hitting teams in the conference, if not the state. And it's chopped to short. They get 1 and 2. The run scores in the form of Renovala, so they take the lead, but they get the double play. There's 2 out. 6-4-3 and an RBI for Vega.
Yeah, you call it in that situation. You'll take the double play and give up the run and hopefully try to prevent a big inning. Nice play by Sanjurjo. Nice easy flip to Espinal and on to Zarello for the double play.
2 hits, 2 runs already in this 5th. Now down to the final out. Abdel Guadalupe still has a runner at third. In the form of Shamir Morales. And it's going to be a tough play at third. Ramos over to first in time. And with minimal damage, the Titans get out of it. But they surrendered 2 runs on 2 hits. There was the runner left. And the error as well, and it is now 4-3 Broward as we go to the bottom half of the 5th.
Well, Ramos had a tough play right there, the high hopper, and then once it hit the dirt, it really stayed on the ground. He did a nice job of staying down on it, set his feet, and made a nice throw to Zarello at first base.
For the first time today, the Titans will play from behind. But it could have been a lot worse.
It really could have. Anytime you go in with the bases loaded, nobody out, you only give up a couple of runs, you're in good shape right there.
And it'll be Pierce to face the 9, 1, and 2 hitters scheduled for Eastern Florida. Silva, Espinal, and Sanjurjo.
I really like the way the Titans are swinging the bat tonight. Every ball they've hit seems like it's been right on the screw. So they're seeing it well and hitting it well. So even their outs have been well hit balls. So hopefully that'll continue.
6 hits so far for the Titans. There's a home run lander at some point. In the dirt. Home run Shores. The neighborhood out there.
That's right.
So Pierce is giving up the hits. No action in either bullpen as we approach these middle innings. Warm-up done. And it'll be Silva. And the triple and was stranded. That was in the 2nd inning.
with Kevin's wheels and hitting a triple, to me this is a good time to maybe lay down a bunt. And even though Adams is creeping in a little bit at third, but it's a good time to lay one down.
Inside a ball.
I've always felt like if a player can run at all after you hit a double, triple, or home run, next time up, lay down a bunt, because that's the last thing they're expecting.
It'll chop it to short, a high chop.
Yeah,
Vega boots it. So reaching on the air is Silva. It's on for the second time. You'll take it.
Yeah, that's just as good as a bunt right there. Again, got on top of that fastball, and that was just one of those do or die plays.
Gobbled them up
for Vega. That was a tough one. You really just try to have to come in and get it on the high hop, and he wasn't able to do that. So now we've got some speed at first and speed at the plate. So Coach Tam has some options right here.
Espinal batting for the third time. Fly out victim is first two, and now we'll have the base hit on the hit and run. Silva motoring to third. There'll be runners on the corners and nobody out. The single from Dylan Espinal.
Yeah, had a little hit and run on right there. Nice piece of hitting by Dylan Espinal. That pitch down and away, kind of a tailor-made hit and run ball right there. He was looking curveball and got it right on the outside part of the plate and drove it right between first and second. That's just like you draw it up. That's just like you work on in BP right there. Yep. Get that ball on the ground to the right side.
Now the Seahawks took advantage of a Titans error. Now can the Titans take advantage of a Broward error? With nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth, runners on the corners, and now a conference at the mound. And looks like bullpen will begin to get active. Players at least coming up, getting out of the dugout.
Yeah, and the great thing about having Dylan on at first base, he's 23 of 29 in the stolen base department this year. So Coach Tam wants to stay out of the double play. Potentially, I would look to see Dylan run on these first couple of pitches. So it's a good comeback. Titans showing a lot of character right here after giving up two in the top of the fifth and coming back and going to try to tie it up or potentially go back in front.
Yep, and bullpen catcher getting down there. Getting the first of 4 to close the season between these two. And a conference championship on the line for Broward here. So these wins, despite being against the fourth place team in the conference in Eastern Florida, they count for a lot. You got to manage them from the beginning of the series.
Yeah, you really do. And I tell you, there's really not that much difference, even though the records are a lot different, but there's really not that much difference between the first team and the fourth team. You know, as the old saying goes, anyone can beat anyone on a given day or night.
Sanjurjo, and the throw back to first. They know the exploits of Espinal. You gotta be really careful, because if you miss the throw first, you've got a run scoring here on the other side.
Oh, absolutely. And Dylan's really got to be alert over there. The worst thing that can happen right now is get picked off. So
Pierce from the stretch, and it's fouled off to the right. Count evens at a ball and a strike.
Be interesting to see if Espinal does go. Does Broward throw all the way through, or do they run the cutoff right behind the pitcher and try to get Silva breaking for home? So we'll see what happens right here.
Throw back to first. Not in time to catch Dylan. Nobody out. Runners on the corners. Titans down a run after conceding 2 in the top half of the inning. Bullpen continue to stay active.
Yeah, it looks like Enrique Cotto is down there warming up, number 28 for the Seahawks. So Coach Beazer will have an option if Kyle can't work himself out of this inning.
Let's look at Cotto, the freshman righty. There's a 1-2. And throwing back to first. Sanjurjo has a reputation, and so does Espinal. Getting down the line.
Yeah, Dylan's getting a good lead. Probably one more step and he can get in there pretty safely.
Oh.
Outside and up, 2-2.
Yeah, that's an example of Pierce kind of worrying a little bit too much about Espinal and forgetting the pitch a little bit. So that's what speed does to a pitcher sometimes.
Two. And sent to the opposite field, down the line. It will drop fair. So Silva will score. Coming around is Espinal. He's safely in third. It's a stand-up double for Christian Sanjurjo. The Titans have tied it up 4-4. Good piece of hitting.
Yeah, Christian's right on that curveball. He's 3 for 3, and again, that's just an excellent piece of hitting, taking that curveball on the outside part of the plate and driving it the other way. It's one of those pitches that if he tries to pull it, it's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop and probably a double play, but nice piece of hitting there by Sanjurjo.
Elian Morejo with an RBI opportunity here. 2 on, nobody out. Ducks on the pond for Elian. Morejo in a double play and struck out, so 0 for 2. And now some more time here for Ben Beezer to get his bullpen replacement ready.
Yeah, it looks like Cotto's coming into the game, number 28. He has 30 2/3 innings so far this year. Comes in with a 3.52 ERA. He has 29 strikeouts to go along with 14 walks. So he's been 30 innings. He's getting some quality innings so far this year. So Coach Beezer's counting on him to get him out of this jam.
Cotto out of Vega out to Puerto Rico. 30 2/3 innings pitched. So familiar territory for him. Second pitcher, closed the book on Pierce.
Titans have done an excellent job, you know, looking at that curveball Pierce has and kind of sitting on it, and like I say, not trying to do too much with it, and that's really why they've been successful tonight. I know Coach Soto, the hitting coach, should be real proud of them trying to drive that ball to all fields.
Well, you can catch out all of the Titans live game action at efsctitans.com/webcast. In this case, you'll have to wait the next season, or even better, you can watch all the archive versions from the 2017-18 broadcast season of all of Eastern Florida's broadcast sports, including men's and women's soccer, men's and women's basketball, baseball, and volleyball, and softball was new this year. Very successful season for the softball team continuing. And you just go to efsctitans.com webcast and catch all the replays, including all 5 baseball games.
Yeah, all in all, it's been a real successful season for the Titans sports programs. They have a lot to be proud of. Golf and tennis finishing up here in the next few weeks, and softball moving on. So things are looking bright for the Titans.
Well, as always, we say goodbye to everybody for the summer, but fortunately we're saying goodbye to April Tolliver for the last time here. This is our last Titans broadcast, leaving for South Carolina to work at a commercial TV station, following her dream. So congratulations, April. Been great getting to know you. Always has the smiling face, and she's in the truck today. Sometimes you see her on camera. So Jack, or a Jill of all trades, April Tolliver, good luck to you. We'll run through the whole crew as we do every season here towards the end of the broadcast. Best in the business working here for WEFS. Good people in this business have passed through.
Absolutely. We've got an excellent staff here at Eastern Florida. Very fortunate. Looks like Coach Beezer's bringing the infield in.
Ball.
First pitch from Cotto.
Trying to prevent a big inning.
Morejo with runners at second and third, facing relief pitcher Cotto.
Morejo wants to get something that he can lift to the outfield and at least get a sacrifice fly.
Ball.
Infield comes in. Guarding against the bunt with nobody out. You attempt to squeeze here?
You know, it really depends on how good a bunter Morejo is. He's more of a 3-4 hole hitter, so I would be surprised if that was on. But you never know in this situation.
Swinging away. Count will go to 2 balls and a strike.
I have seen him lay down a couple of bunts this year at different games. But he's more of a, like I say, a power type hitter, so I think Coach Tan's probably going to count on him to drive one to the outfield right here. A little bit of an adjustment for Elion coming up facing a new pitcher. A little bit different arm slot delivery. Ball's running away from him a little bit.
And they're going to be caught.
That's a catch.
And everybody will stay, and Morejo is retired. Luckily, it was at a spot where nobody else was going to be doubled up.
Yeah, Espinal did a good job there at third base. Once he saw that ball in the air, he immediately went back to third base to avoid that double play. Nice diving catch there by Jeremiah Adams, the third baseman for the Seahawks.
Brings up Alvaro Valdez. 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
Alvaro's new to the cleanup spot. He's only been there for about a week or so. So
this is your time to.
This is his time to shine right here.
Back,
he wants to, again, being a freshman and coming back next year, he wants to prove to Coach Tam that he belongs there. This is a key spot for him.
Batting .271. That's home run power. He's got a base hit and a couple of RBIs. Make that just one as they'll hold the runner. So the Titans have taken the lead. They've reclaimed it 5-4 on an RBI single from Valdez.
Yeah, that was one of those balls that was actually hit too hard, and that prevented that prevented Sanjuro from scoring. Alvaro did a nice job of turning on that. He hit that right on the barrel, and that got to right field in a hurry.
But things continue here. Paul Castillo is due 0 for 2. 2 runs in now on 3 hits. Sanjuro at third. Valdez at first. So on the corners for Paul Castillo. And he will lift it high on the right side. Playable. Coming on to make the catch is Guadalupe. There are 2 away. The runners will hold. Officially F4.
Yeah, Guadalupe made a nice play there. He took the correct angle to go down the right field line and make that play, because that's really the only player that can make that particular play in that situation.
At least easily. Andres Ramos, who singled and scored in the second, grounded out to short in the fourth. Again, RBI opportunity here for Andres. And we'll take strike 1.
Look, he was taken all the way there. Wanted to see what Cotto has and see that ball coming out of his hand and try to make this first swing count if he gets another strike to hit.
Time.
Ramos does have 23 RBIs on the season. The sign's set.
Yeah, Coach Beezer signaling the first to third sign to let them know if they're going to throw through on a steal or throw back to the pitcher or throw the cutoff behind the pitcher. Valdez only has 1 steal on the year, but the situation the Titans are in, you never know. He may take off.
Ball.
Ball 1. He's looking to extend the lead. 2 out. 1 to Ramos from Cotto. Setting this one up outside, hits that outside corner, and he's in a hole 1 and 2.
Cotto did a nice job hitting the spot. Boy, the catcher was setting up well outside, and Cotto hit the glove right where Morales wanted it.
Gotta be a 2-strike hitter. And we'll do that to keep it alive. He'll be out of play.
Yeah, this is a situation where Ramos has just got to choke up and shorten up and try to put something in play right here and make the Seahawks feel it. Don't try to do too much with it. He's used to batting cleanup most of the year, and you know, has some pretty good power numbers. But right now, he needs to become just a contact hitter and shorten up and put it in play. One ball, 2 strikes. This might be a good time for Valdez to take off. Maybe that'll force Cotto to make a mistake, and something Ramos can turn on right here.
1 and 2. Runner goes, fouled straight back. Valdez will have to return.
It's one of those situations where worst case scenario, they throw him out, then you have Ramos leading off the next inning. So it's a good situation. He's got 2 strikes on him. Could throw a pitch out here, but then it forces the pitcher to go 2 and 2. So it's a good running situation for the Titans.
Cotto checks, comes set. Throw back to first. I feel this is a very big moment in this game.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this runner at third is key if the Titans can get him in and get back to that 2-run lead.
Setting up outside the catcher Morales. Not that time.
2-2.
2-2. Trying to get him to chase something.
Yeah, so far Cotto's just really been working the outer third of the plate, so he hasn't really come inside on any of the Titan hitters so far. So
2-2.
They need to look for that and make some adjustments, maybe scoot up a little closer to the plate and try to drive that ball to right center.
Gets the strikeout to end the inning. The Submariner Cotto putting out the fire, but Titans get a couple of runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 2 left, and it is 5-4 Eastern Florida.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Rainieri de los Santos has been spotted in a lead once more. It's 5-4. We go to the top of the 6th. There's some action in the Titans bullpen, as you see there.
Yeah, it looks like Cam Weinberger's down there getting loose.
Time!
And third hit by pitch. And that one just got away. That wasn't even close. And Alejandro Rivero on board. Third hit batter in this one.
Yeah, once again, that's just that fastball that tails back in and gets away from Ranieri from time to time. And like you said, that's the third time he's hit a batter tonight, and that's not what he needs after just regaining the lead. And now you're putting the first runner, leadoff hitter, on base. So I think Cam Weinberger's going to get ready a little quicker down in the bullpen. I don't think Coach Tam's going to be very patient with Ranieri at this point.
Carballo will bat for the third time. Struck out, reached on an infield single.
Again, Carballo runs well, so defense has really got to be ready for that and charge the ball and get rid of it. It's going to be tough to double him up unless he hits it right at somebody.
Rivero does have 8 stolen bases. Should he think about swiping second and paying attention De Los Santos?
Time.
Going to be a tough sell to get a double play on this particular batter.
Yeah,
Carballo
really.
with 27 stolen bases.
Ball.
Outside. 1-1.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where a strikeout's key. If you can, because if you allow him to hit the ball on the ground, then double play is going to be really, really difficult.
Strike. Ball 2 strikes. One of those 4 former Archbishop McCarthy players out of Pembroke Pines, starring for this Broward program. And
yeah, that's a nice place to recruit down there, since they just have powerhouse year after year.
We're back to first, not in time.
1-2. Ball, that's out.
It's going to even things
Out.
at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good 2.
This batter's so important.
Yeah, that's one of those pitches that Ranieri really wants. That would just off the plate a little bit. And would have been nice to have that one.
Got to put your head down and keep shoveling. It's the 2-2 from De Los Santos, fouled back.
Guys, 3 baseballs, please.
Yeah, Ranieri got away with one there. That ball was up really out of the zone, but it's one of those ones that Carballo would probably like to have over. I'll look for him to get a slider here, go on that back foot of Carballo.
Ball.
Missed. Full count, 3-2.
3-2.
Well, you got to hand it to Mr. Brandon. He's being consistent back there. That was the same pitch he saw a couple of pitches ago, and both of them were balls. So that's all you want from an umpire is consistency.
And he'll go opposite field, base hit. So a great at bat for Carballo, puts him on first and second, nobody out. So he's on for the second time. Now 2 for 3 is Carballo.
Yeah, Ranieri just wanted to keep the ball out away from him, and he kept it on the outer third, and Carballo did a nice job extending his arms and just driving that ball to left field. Nice base hit between third and short.
Jeremiah Adams hit by pitch in the second, and then got on the interference call in the fourth. And this may be it for Mr. De Los Santos. And Cam Weinberger, in fact, will come on to relieve him.
Yeah, Cam's had a good year so far. He's thrown 36 in the third innings, 3.22 ERA. He has 35 strikeouts and 27 walks. So
we'll see
big
Cam
spot for the freshman.
See
to come
Cam
in.
when we come back on WEFS.
Join the fast-growing and rewarding field of healthcare at Eastern Florida State College's new Health Sciences Institute, where you can earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in a wide range of exciting careers such as nursing, surgical technology, emergency care, radiography, sonography, and more. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
Well, Cam Weinberger will be the second pitcher in the game for Eastern Florida State College. Cam, the freshman righty out of Boca Raton, Spanish River, by way of the University of Florida for a bit.
Yeah, Cam's a power pitcher. He does a great job of using his lower half and can bring the fastball up there 90-92. Good curveball, good slider. So he's in a big situation out here, 2 on, nobody out.
35 Ks against 27 walks, so can't leave it out of the strike zone at times. Been very solid, as you said, as of late. He's allowed just 1 run in the past 10 and a third innings pitched. And in a jam here to put out a fire with 2 on and nobody out in the 6th. And his first pitch is going to be cracked to center. Silva will collect. Rounding third, headed for home is Rivero. And we are level at 5. So Adams a single.
Yeah, Jeremiah was looking first pitch fastball, and that's exactly what he got. Right down Broadway and drove it to left center. Nice piece of hitting there by Jeremiah Adams.
So the lead short-lived once again for Eastern Florida. Now Freddie Matos with 2 on, still nobody out. So Carballo at second. Adams, who just got the hit at first. Like
the Titans thought maybe the runner Rivero missed third base, but umpire says safe. So again, tie ball game, 2 on, nobody out.
And it all started with a hit by pitch to start the inning.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Errors have been the other thing that have been costly really to both teams.
Yeah, it's just one of those unforced errors when you hit a batter and
yep. Now, last inning, Matos started things off with an infield hit, came around to score. They're heading into a double play in the second. Strike from Weinberger. 1-1.
Good live fastball there from Cam.
Here we go. We'll put it back.
He's really got to do a good job of changing the eye level, working the ball up and down, in and out. Right now, Broward seems to be squaring most balls up, so especially ones that are up. So key for Cam to keep it down in the zone. Hopefully get a ground ball double play.
A 1-1 from Weinberger. Runners go. Double steal attempt and not in time, and he came off the bag and then he's out. So the change of the call after he overscooted a bit, so the lead runner retired on the caught stealing. So Carballo erased. Bang bang play at third. Adams safe at second, by the way, as we take a look.
Yeah, that was a nice throw by Morejo. He came up firing, and
this will be a great look.
Ramos did a good job of staying with it, even though he was safe at first, but Andres didn't give up on the play and held the tag, and he was clearly out. That's a big out right there for Cam Weinberger and the Titans.
Adams again safely in at second on that double steal. Matos now still with a runner in scoring position, but one away now. A 1-1.
Ball.
Missed. 2-1.
You can tell the Seahawks like to run. They're 119 out of 137 in the stolen base department on the year, so that's stealing them at an 87% clip. That's impressive.
Tied at 5 in the 6th. Putting that one foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Freddie Matos.
2-2.
Strikeout would be big right here for the Titans. Get that second out. Leave that runner at second and try to prevent Broward from scoring right here.
Matos has 29 RBIs. He'll strike out. The throw to second, not in time, but there are 2 away. So first strikeout victim for Cam Weinberger. Trying to keep damage to a minimum here. Just a 1 run in so far, and now it's going to be Joseph Renovales.
Cam did a good job working up the ladder. That ball was up and tailed away from that left-handed hitter. Nice pitch. Great job, Moreo, coming out firing and almost had to strike him out, throw him out.
Renovales out of Pompano Beach, the sophomore. And he'll knock it right at Sanjurjo, as easy as you like. And the side is retired, but a run comes home on the 2 hits. 5's alive here at Eastern Florida State College. Titans and Seahawks, 5-5.
That was a nice job by Cam Weinberger to come in. I know he gave up the 1 run, but could have been a lot more than that. So good job of coming in and holding them at bay and keeping your team in it right there.
1 charge to De Los Santos. And beautiful evening shaping up here on the Eastern Florida State College campus. And a good baseball game to boot. So it should be Zorello, Cornel, and Silva to come up here in the Titans 6th.
Yeah, I was checking on former Titans a day or so ago, and Jeff Cordy's doing well at Illinois.
Okay.
Their starting catcher hitting about 280, doing well, and the Capra boys, Vinny at Richmond's hitting like 320. Doing well for the Richmond Spiders, and his brother John is
the 3 Capra boys
doing well at FAMU, playing shortstop, and Sam Duran and Gabe Rodriguez at Nova are doing well, and Blair Calvo is pitching for the Pitt Panthers. So a lot of Titans out there spread throughout the country playing, continuing to play baseball. So it's good to see.
Flying high, of course. As we take a look at some of our crew putting in their last day of the season here. Sure, plenty of work to do in the summer and other aspects.
Yeah, they definitely caught a break with the weather. At least it's low 80s and no rain, so we're fortunate there.
Well, the Zorello had the home run shot in the 4th to lead things off. And that one gets by. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, good cut there by Jacob. Looked like he was right on that pitch. And, again, facing a different pitcher right now, so he's coming with a different arm angle.
Ball that's out.
Actually 2-0. It is 1-1, yeah. Beg your pardon.
Ball.
Now 2-1.
2-1.
Cotto tried to sneak in a change up there and left it up out of the zone a little bit. So, Jacob's looking fastball and going to adjust to that curveball.
Foul.
Through that foul. 2-2.
Yeah, that one got a piece of Morales, the catcher.
Got it.
So the umpire's giving him a little bit of a break there, which is part of that.
Let the sting go away.
Yeah. Part of those baseball rituals, traditions.
2-2.
Straight back to the screen.
I'm really encouraged by the way the Titans are playing, though, because they don't really have anything to play for other than themselves and their teammates. They're really coming out and playing well and hanging in there with a very good Broward team. It'd be so easy just to show up and mail it in, and they're not doing that. A lot to be said for Coach Tam and his staff and keeping these guys motivated and focused.
2-2.
2-2 to Zorello.
Ball.
Now full count.
3-2.
And he's down on strikes. So second strikeout for Cotto. And there's one away here in the home half of the sixth.
Yeah, that was a good pitch by Cotto. Looked like he took a little bit off that. Might even been a 3-2 changeup, but definitely a little bit off the fastball and had a little sink to it. So just a quality pitch right there.
Ball.
Cornel will bat for the third time. Singled and scored in the second. Ground that out to short in the fourth.
Ball. Closer to the white line in the plate. I had that.
Yeah, Jason's done a great job this year again, DHing, playing the outfield. He even caught a few games when some of the catchers were nicked up a little bit, and he's just a very versatile player. Took a nice healthy cut right there.
2-1.
He's wanting to regain that lead, I think, with that swing.
Ball.
There's a ball.
3-1.
So ahead in the count. Cornel. Gets a piece of it, but flies it high in the sky. Settling is Renovales. And able to make the play, and there's two out. 9-hole hitter now, Kevin Silva. Reached on an error and scored in the last inning.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the Titans they're not getting fooled from either pitcher. They're really, putting the bat on the ball pretty well, and I look for them to continue that. Kevin's going to need to make an adjustment right here.
Foul straight back.
3 baseballs, please.
0-1. Did not say free baseballs, 3 baseballs, please. Not a giveaway today.
No.
Bruce Bochy Field.
Trying to keep that game moving.
Silva swings through another. 0-2.
Yeah, Cotto's starting to show that changeup a little bit, and that's a tough pitch to pick up for the hitters, because he brings it up there, mid to upper 80s, and then he's got that little changeup that goes back to probably 78, 80, and
Sun's starting to set. The ball looks a little different. This will be
Yes, it
down the
does.
line. Big chase, and unable to grab it. Fair ball. So a double for Silva. Not sure if that catch attempt would have been foul had he let it go, but we'll have to take a look.
yeah, that was a great effort by the left fielder, Renovales. He ran a long way for that ball and made a valiant effort. And on the dive,
almost had it.
Boy, that was just right on the line. That was a tough one, but great effort nonetheless.
Yeah, you have to make the effort on that. Too
Yeah,
close.
you got to make it. Yeah, he runs well because that's a big outfield to cover out there, and he covered a lot of ground there.
Titans with some life here in the sixth. 2 on, but a runner at second. So an RBI opportunity rather for Dylan Espinal. Singled and scored in the fifth. So back-to-back innings made it to the plate. Against Cotto for the first time. Now Try to lay down the bunt, get on the cheap way. Not happening.
That's a good idea by Dylan, though. He saw Adams playing back behind the bag at third. Espinal runs well. Sneak in a hit and end up with first and third and bring Sanjurjo to the plate. So not a bad call, but he also hits the ball up the middle right center. So I look for him to take that little slider that Cotto's throwing and go to the right side right here if he gets that pitch. Dylan does a good job of staying on the ball and hitting it where it's pitched, not trying to do too much with it. Catcher setting up outside.
Keeping it was Morales getting by.
Yeah, nice block. He's a good-looking catcher. He doesn't let anything get by him.
Morales, a freshman, the Puerto Rico Baseball Academy. 0-1, chopped, and it's through. Sending the runner. And Silva's going to be out by a mile. And that will end the inning. There was a run. Or no runs, rather, on a couple of hits, rather. And it stays 5-5.
Join the fast-growing and rewarding field of healthcare at Eastern Florida State College's new Health Sciences Institute, where you can earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in a wide range of exciting careers, such as nursing, surgical technology, emergency care, radiography, sonography, and more. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
It remains 5-5 as we're down to the final third of this game, entering the 7th inning. Let's take a look at the bang-bang play at home here. Espinal, as it was just being waited on by the catcher Morales.
Yeah, Renovalis made a nice throw from left field right on the money, and at that point, Kevin really had no chance.
Tiaga, a 2-run shot in the third, so he's 2 for 2. Had the single in the 5th. Yeah, not bad from your 8-hole hitter.
Not at all, and Cam knew that. He started him off with a nice first pitch curveball, and now he's ahead 0-2.
Weinberger winds and fires.
Ball.
Outside.
That's a good 0-2 pitch, though, even a little off the plate, but don't want to give him anything too good to hit at this point.
Curveball won't come back inside. 2-2. Down on strikes. So second strikeout for Cam Weinberger as Arteaga's retired to lead off the 7th inning.
Yeah, Cam did a nice job of mixing up his pitches there and just ended up getting with that electric fastball. 90-91 at the knees right there. Good quality pitch, kept the ball down.
Shamir Morales, a 9-hole hitter now, will bat for the 3rd time. Rounded out and was hit by a pitch.
Ball.
3 hit batsmen in this one, all by Ranieri de los Santos. Drops that one in.
Yeah, nice
1-1.
curveball. The way that sun's starting to set too, the right side of the field is tough for first, second, and right field. So really got to be on your toes out there this time of the day.
Yeah, ball gets out to you a little quicker when you got to look into the sun.
It really does.
The 2-1.
Ball.
There's 3-1 for
3-1.
Weinberger. Top of the order on deck, Onyx Vega.
Cam wants to settle in right here. Get your 9-hole hitter up. It's important. Make him swing the bat right here.
Chopper to 3rd. Ramos, long throw. Safe. Looking straight into the sun there was Zorello. Just had to shield his eyes and stepped off the bag.
Yeah, it was definitely a high hopper. Ramos had to wait for it to come down, set his feet. Almost took a little bit too much time.
Oh.
And yeah, Jacob pulled his foot off before he caught the ball. So the ball definitely got there first, but Jacob was battling 3 things: his foot, the ball, and the sun that I just mentioned. And it's tough over there right now.
So 1 on, back to the top of the order, Onyx Vega.
Ball.
Vega with an RBI on the double play, 5th inning of so officially 0 for 2 with a walk. Let's have the ribby.
Hey.
And Vega. This is a 1-1 count. No relation to Vincent Vega, I gather. If he's entered in any twist contests. So I can twist you around at the plate for sure. Takes another strike, 1 and 2.
Hey, 1-2.
Cam's really locked in on that curveball now. He's really throwing that at will, and it's nice to. You got those 2 pitches. He's got that electric fastball, a nice curveball to go with it. Keep the Broward hitters off balance.
1-2 to Onyx Vega. Foul this one out of play. Now on top of the batting cages. Just part of this tremendous facility.
Yeah, it is a beautiful facility, and then I tell you, I think it's second to none in Florida JUCO baseball. A lot to be proud of here.
Go to the NCAA ranks and not see programs of this kind of facility.
That's for sure.
Ball, that's it.
Inside, runner goes. Not recognized quick enough, and in with a stolen base is Shamir Morales.
Yeah, that was a little delay steal there by the catcher, Shamir Morales. You don't expect him to run.
Catcher going to steal, I know, right?
But,
that's his 5th of the season.
Yeah, he did the little delay steal, and Morejo went to sleep back there, and he was able to swipe the bag.
Sometimes the surprise element will get you.
Well, and with a runner that doesn't run particularly well, that delay steal is the good one to use because he's not going to make it on a straight steal. But delay, it's kind of the little bit of foolery there from Coach Beezer and his staff.
Runner in scoring position with 1 out. Here's the full count pitch to Onyx Vega. And it gets away, and advancing forward is Morales. So officially a walk and wild pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those balls. I don't know if Morejo was crossed up or what, but he tried to backhand that ball instead of slide over and block it, and get in front of that. No, I would probably still score it as a wild pitch, but it's a play that that Morejo is going to make 9 times out of 10. He just got a little lazy, or like I say, he may have been crossed up. That ball hit the ground and really took off on him.
Runners on the corners now. Vega and Morales first and third. Now Abdel Guadalupe, not the guy you want to see in this situation. However, 0 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely not the guy you want up, and probably going to look for Broward to run.
Oh, boy, big swing, send them off balance.
He took a healthy cut there. He was definitely looking fastball all the way with that cut. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Beezer puts Vega in motion at first to try to stay out of the double play.
Right down the middle. That's going to be a strike. Guadalupe leading the team in multiple categories, including and not limited to 364 batting average, 43 runs, 18 doubles, and 6 home runs. And he'll get a piece of this one down the line and left, foul ball.
Yeah, 6 home runs, and when he goes to Nova next year with that Little League park they play in down there, he's liable to hit 16 home runs. That's definitely a hitter's ballpark down there.
Little League park.
Winds constantly blowing out, and it's not a place you want to pitch.
Kind of like old Minute Maid Park, or what is it called now for the World Champs?
Yeah, Minute Maid.
Still Minute Maid?
Minute Maid Park, sure is.
Short porch and left. So Cincinnati's got a pretty hitter-friendly park historically.
They do, absolutely.
A launching pad.
Batter's out.
And striking out is Guadalupe. He's 0 for 4.
Yeah, that's just a nice job of pitching by Cam, and he wasn't going to give in with the fastball. He stayed with that curveball out off the plate and got Guadalupe to chase for the second out of the inning. Now Cam's got to refocus right here. Get after Rivero, who was 0 for 2 tonight.
Hit by a pitch, but came around to score in the 6th.
Good job, Morejo again back there sliding over, blocking that ball.
Runners on the corners, now 2 outs.
Getting late in the game right now. This is key with a runner on second and 2 out. Cam needs to make some quality pitches right here.
Foul back. 1-1. Morales at third, Vega at first. Morales, the infield hit, stole the base, and then advanced on the wild pitch. Getting away the unorthodox way. Getting around the unorthodox way, rather. And Weinberger will have to reset.
You wonder how many times that third to first has ever worked in baseball. I've been watching and playing baseball forever, and I've maybe seen it work once. But you have to do it to keep them honest.
Sent deep to center. Silva tracking. Silva's got it. Not the deepest part of the park, and that ends the inning. So Rivero gave it a ride, but not far enough. There was a hit, but no runs come across. It stays a 5-5 game. We go to the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, Rivero tagged that one, but anything out in center from alley to alley, Kevin's going to get. He's a really outstanding defensive center fielder, and can track him down and out there with the best of them.
The Dyson ball of the outfield for Eastern Florida.
Exactly.
Sucking anything up in his immediate vicinity. So still a big crowd of support. A lot of the women's basketball players, volleyball players here to support the Titans.
Yeah, the close of school is right around the corner, so I'm sure they're excited to come out and support their colleagues, and looking forward to the summer.
No more teachers, no more books. MJ Baker leading the crowd.
It'll take me out to the ball game. There we go.
Says is the 7th inning stretch. Like that son Espen there with her.
Yeah, that looks like a future ball player right there.
That's about the environment in baseball. That's what it's about, right? It's this is going to be the Wrigley Field of the Southern Conference. Got to have a good time.
Exactly. Nothing like coming to the ballpark and relaxing and watching a good game in beautiful weather.
There they are, waving hi. Brianna Lewis there too.
Everybody loves being on TV, don't they?
And just so you know, there's no Jumbotron here, so they're being told by our TV staff that they're on.
Yeah. They might be watching it on their phones.
Well,
in
that's right.
world.
Yeah, they could be watching online at EFSCTitans.com/webcast.
Here we go.
Well, Titans looking for some insurance. Home half of the 7th. Sanherhof, make that Zarello first pitch swinging.
Sanherho, yeah.
It was Sanherho? Okay.
Yeah, line drive to right field. He's seeing the ball well. 3 for 3 before that at bat, so he's had a good night so far.
So Morejo up next.
Yeah, he just Christian did a good job of staying on that ball and just hung in the air a little bit too long, but again, well hit.
Morejo's 4th at bat.
Oh.
Struck out, hit into a double play, and into an unassisted play at 3rd. So due here, 0 for 3.
Ball down.
Morejo leading the team in runs and home runs. It's a strike from Cotto. Foul out of play. Straight back.
Looks like the Seahawks are getting a left-hander loose down there.
Getting to that portion of the game.
Yeah, it looks like it's number 25, Rafael Santos, is loosening up in the bullpen.
Fisted on the left side, making the grab is Morales, and there's one away. He's out there in a hurry.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play by Shamir Morales, the catcher. He ran pretty good ways with all that equipment on to make that play. And well done there. I think Adams, the third baseman, was playing over a little bit too far. Otherwise, that would have been his ball.
2 out for Alvaro Valdez. Base is empty. Anybody's game here. Tied at 5. Fell back once more. Both of these relievers have come on and really put the kibosh on the offensive output of these teams.
Yeah, they really have. They're keeping the ball around the plate and just throwing a lot of strikes, and the defense, both defenses are making plays behind them.
Upstairs, ball 1.
1-1.
I'll be surprised, though, if either pitcher finishes. I think it's going to come down to the next person in the bullpen of who can get that one quality inning.
Valdez had the RBI single in the 5th. So struck out. Grounded out as well. Off the screen. 1 and 2.
Although both coaches with 3 games coming up, 1 on Friday and 2 on Saturday, you've got to be careful about your pitching staff, and no one knows better than Jeff Tam, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Good take there by Alvarez.
This is the 4th meeting of the season between these two. The Titans do have some ground to make up. They're 1 and 2 against Broward. And this will be a 1-2-3 inning gobbled up by Guadalupe on to first and Rivero. And no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. 5-5.
Join the fast-growing and rewarding field of healthcare at Eastern Florida State College's new Health Sciences Institute, where you can earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in a wide range of exciting careers, such as nursing, surgical technology, emergency care, radiography, sonography, and more. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
My wife is currently in the Air Force, so I decided to be a stay-at-home father.
I'm a retiree and a full-time student.
I did online classes because I was traveling and it was easy to take the classes with me.
I am graduating today with my bachelor's in business administration.
If it wasn't for the online classes, I would not be standing here today.
There shouldn't be any procrastination. Just get out there and go do it.
We go to the top of the 8th. Still a tie ball game, 5-5. Broward had 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Eastern Florida 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. And that's where we stand. So 2 innings to go. And as you said, Jim, it's the bullpen out here to win or lose for either team.
Yeah, and you got the ever dangerous Carballo leading off, so this is going to be an important at bat for Cam to try to get number 3 out right here.
Carballo 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of hits. Adams on deck and Matos in the hole.
Shadows slowly starting to creep across home plate, so that's going to make it a little more difficult for the hitters.
Swing and a miss. Big cuts. Weinberger got it by him. 1-1. Nobody working in Eastern Florida's bullpen, so Jeff Tam certainly happy with the performance thus far of his reliever.
Yeah, and he should be. Cam's come in and really done an excellent job for Coach Tam and his staff, and I'm sure he would love to see him finish this out.
Wheeling and dealing. Popped up. Shallow center. Drifting back is Sanjurjo. It's going to be eventually Silva to call him off and make the catch. Now we've seen that turn into disaster in the past for Eastern Florida, and they had it sorted out that time.
Yeah, we really did. Sanjurjo was waving it. It's mine, and then the ball
started sailing.
The ball just drifted a little bit. Luckily, Kevin Silva did a nice job of coming up there to back up his teammate and make the play in the end. Because really in those situations, you want the outfielder. If he can get to the ball, it's his ball. He's coming in. It's a much easier play. So it should have been Silva's all the way.
Jeremiah Adams takes a strike. Adams has had an eventful game, hit by pitch. The interference call is out there.
Yeah, and he made a diving play at third base as well.
Long to Silva in center. He's got 2 chances at a putouts and has made them both. So Adams, after that RBI single in the 6th, is retired. And now will be 2 out for Freddie Matos. 4-6-3 double play in the 2nd. Infield hit and scored in the 5th and struck out in the 6th. So 1 for 3.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It's been since the 2nd inning since we've had a 1-2-3 inning. So it'd be nice if Cam could finish it off right here.
Yeah, De Los Santos had 1-2-3. Well, faced the minimum, not necessarily 1-2-3, but had the double play bail him out.
Right.
0-1. Weinberger getting stronger as the evening progresses.
Ball.
1-1.
Yeah, I just really like his mechanics. He's got such a smooth wind up, and he just uses that lower half. He reminds me, for the old guys, the old Nolan Ryan, really pushing off with the right leg and driving to the mound. And
2-1.
Just does a great job of using that lower half. Doesn't have quite the grunt that Nolan had, though, when Nolan would throw up that 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Strike 2.
Shoot 2. Here we go, Freddie.
Yeah, he was throwing for top miles per hour before it was in vogue.
Exactly.
Foul back. Now the women's basketball players really getting in on it, trying to be a nuisance. Don't know that Matos is really hearing it. These guys are locked in. Chops that one foul.
Nice little comeback with a curveball there. Cam doing a good job of keeping the hitter guessing.
Oh, front's picking up all the chatter.
Ball.
And it goes full, 3-2.
Good idea right there. I look for Cam to try to heat it up, throw that fastball in the outer part of the plate right now. Last two have been on the inner third, so I look for him to go outside right with the fastball.
That's where Mario sets up. And it's tagged straight to center and right at Silva. 1-2-3 inning as Kevin Silva has 3 F8s. So if you had that on your bingo, you win.
You win,
the
that's
stuffed
right.
elephant. So that's a good defensive innings, 3 putouts. And we go to the bottom of the 8th, still in a 5-5 tie.
Yeah, like I say, that's just a big inning for Cam to get 3 up, 3 down, let your hitters come back in and hit, and hopefully get a run this inning, and he can go out in the 9th and close it.
Well, students at Eastern Florida State College can take courses on any of the 4 campuses in Titusville, Cocoa, Melbourne, Palm Bay, or you can do it so online. Among the many benefits are small class sizes and personalized instruction from outstanding faculty that are committed to helping students reach their goals. To learn more, visit easternflorida.edu and become a Titan today. Our sports telecasts have certainly brought out the best in what this university has to offer as far as athletics, but also the camaraderie and what it means to be a Titan, supporting each other.
Absolutely. It's great to see them support each other, and it's great for the families that can't make it to the games. At least they can watch their son or daughter in their particular sport play a few games. I know that's important for the parents that can't make the trip to Melbourne.
No, you talk about.
There's a future Titan right there.
He's going to have a small strike zone at the moment. You mentioned, all the players here that are moving on in all sports to play collegiately. Look, they're here for not just the athletics, but to advance their academic careers as well, and this is a great place to do it.
Absolutely.
And it will continue to be so. So Cotto back on to work.
Ball.
And it's going to be 1-1. It's Paul Castillo.
Yeah, Paul's due right now. He's 0 for 3 for the night. Comes in with a .356 batting average, so he's due.
And there it goes. Down the right field line, hooking. Home run! So a solo shot, he was due, and he made good on the payment. Now that was right along the foul pole, and there's some argument here as the popcorn flies. Let's see if this stands. Saw our base umpire put his hands up, Ray Parrish.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I never saw an actual call from either umpire, quite honestly. And it was one of those that was so close.
Well, Castillo went around in a hurry. Let's take a look. I'll have to slow this one down.
Yeah, Well, he gets the pitch he was looking for right over the middle of the plate, and he just tattooed the ball.
You have to see how slow. Was that inside or outside the pole?
From that angle, it looked like it was on the left side of the pole, which would be fair. It's hard to tell for sure.
If it stands, it's a 6-5 lead for the Titans.
In real time, quite honestly, when I looked out there, I didn't know if it was fair or foul. I couldn't tell. It was so close. So we'll see what the call is.
What's the decision? This is tough. Remember, the umpire's looking into the
It's going to be foul because he's walking over there. Otherwise, he would have. Because he's going over explaining it to Coach Tan.
Oh, big moment in this game. And he made that trot all the way around the field.
Yeah, this is one of those where you do wish you had replay in the dugout for a situation like this. And let them look at a monitor and see if they want to change that call.
Yeah, our replay inconclusive, at least at full speed.
All I know is he got out of here in a hurry. And he turned on that one, and now Paul's got to regroup right here, and because with his speed, we need him on base to make something happen.
Play it again, Sam. Instead, he'll go into the gap in left center, and it's going to drop. Thought about stretching into the double and wisely dropped back. So got the single anyway. Paul Castillo hit it hard twice and has a single for his efforts.
Yeah, that's a great job of refocusing by Paul, and he did a good job of just taking that outside pitch the other way and getting on base.
The leadoff runner aboard in a 5-5 game, so the home run was knocked off the scoreboard. So he fouled straight back on the bunt attempt. Luckily out of play.
Yeah, if nothing else right here, I would look to get a big lead and force a throw because that sun over there is really tough for Rivero to pick up the ball and hope maybe the pitcher throws it away and try to draw a throw. Because it's really tough right now on the first baseman.
Ramos.
Ramos didn't look real comfortable with that bunt right there. He didn't get his back part of his body squared around, and if it's still on, he needs to try to get this bunt down and get Castillo to second.
Ramos does have 3 stolen bases. Instead, will bunt right back to the mound. Cotto the pickup, the throw in time. So trade the advancement of the runner for the out. So Castillo at second, 1 away on the sacrifice from Ramos.
Yeah, much better job that time. He got his shoulder squared to the mound and had that bat out in front like you're supposed to, and just caught the ball with the bat and deadened it towards first base. Looks like Coach Beezer is going to come out and do a little situational pitching right here with the left-hander Zarello coming up.
And
number 25, number 25, Rafael Santos is coming into the game.
Santos will be the 3rd pitcher in this one. The freshman out of Deerfield Beach, Stoneman Douglas High School. 8-2 overall, 3.02 on the ERA. Does have 12 starts, so and a guy who's usually pitches some longer innings.
Yeah, he's got 65 innings, 65 2/3 innings on the year, so he's definitely one of their go-to guys. So that goes to show you how important this game is to Coach Beezer, and he doesn't want to finish second place in the conference. He wants to win it. So
get his warm-up pitches in. Wearing 25. So also wears 21 at times this year.
Right, yeah. They're
just trying to
throwing this little curveball there.
Santos leads the team in innings, 65.2. Also tied for game start at 12. So you look at campus here at Eastern Florida. So runner on, he'll inherit the runner at second in the form of Castillo. So here is the home run / foul ball, depending on which way you look. That was ruled a foul ball. Looking at it closely.
When you see the ball, it looks like to me it's on the left side of the.
But yeah, at that angle, you don't know for sure unless you see it pass in front.
Right.
Here it goes, coming down. Frame by frame. It's tough.
It almost looks like it went right over the top of it, but that's great camera work, guys and girls.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a tough call.
With the angle, you can't get anything conclusive out of it. But technically, if it's over the top, it's a home run.
It is. That is correct.
But remember that camera angle coming from the third base side, not necessarily from home plate or level with the first base line. Technology at junior college baseball level, not quite there yet. That's part of the game, is the subjective judgment of the umpires, and it's kind of like how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, right? The world may never know what really happened.
Exactly. And you'd like to think it all works out in the end. So big at bat right here for Jacob Zarello.
Strikeout victim twice, but the home run in between.
Ball.
A second one would be nice if he can just alternate strikeouts and home runs. He'll be happy in the press box for sure.
Yeah, we got Cornel on deck, so I like that lefty-righty matchup. If Jacob can come through with a quality at bat right here.
That's out.
Santos misses 2-0.
Lefty brings it up there pretty good, so throwing quite a bit harder than the first two pitchers Broward threw out there.
Castillo leads second. That definitely just a bit outside. And good pickup by the catcher Morales.
Yeah, Jacob may be taking 2 strikes here with a tie ball game, bottom of the 8th, runner on second. I'll look for him to take 2 strikes and force a full count. You get that shadow again, too, that's about halfway between home plate and the pitcher, so it's making it a little tougher on the hitters right now. This part of the game.
Ball 4.
Missed it. 4 straight balls by the relief pitcher, Rafael Santos, and now runners first and second with 1 out. Santos just 14 walks the entire season against his 48 strikeouts. That's his 15th, uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I think he's used to starting a little bit more, and it is a different animal when you come in out of the bullpen. You're not used to it, and
starting from the stretch.
Starting from the stretch, and key situation, you've got to be real fine. So makes you appreciate those guys that come out of the bullpen, night in, night out. Big at bat right here for Jason Cornel, though.
Bullpen going to stay active, by the way.
This is Jason's kind of pitcher. He likes those live fastballs, so if he gets something to hit, I'll look for him to make a good swing at him.
Cornel 1 for 3, a Singleton scored in the second, a ground out and a fly out after.
It'll be important too for Castillo and Zarello to read the pitch.
Cornel goes, strike 1. Jason, the hero in the Titans' last game. 5-4 victory against Palm Beach on Friday. He had the game-winning RBI.
Quality pitch there by Santos. Started him off with a changeup, and Jason was coming in looking dead red for that fastball and got the changeup instead. So quality pitch.
Comes in right to third. We'll get the tag. And just the force out will be it, so 2 out. Corneal makes it on the fielder's choice. And Zarello erased on the force at second. 2 out, up to Kevin Silva now, the 9-hole hitter. Reached on an error, scored in the 5th, also had a triple in the 2nd, and a double in the 6th, so 2 for 2.
Yeah, Kevin seems to be seeing the ball really well tonight, so he's going to be looking for fastballs all the way for sure. Jason's got to be careful at first base too with the lefty up there. You don't want to get picked off with the go-ahead run at third.
Lefty on lefty, fisted towards center. Right at the center fielder, Alex Carballo. And Titans leave a couple of stranded there. 2 left on base after the leadoff single from Castillo. And it remains a 5-5 game. We go to the home half of the 9th. Going down to the wire here on Wednesday night.
Here, I'm going to show you a package of how you got all 10 runs in the order they happen, okay?
Well, let's take a look as we reset this game 5-5, how we got to this point. It was Eastern Florida striking first in the 2nd inning as Jason Corneal got Andres Ramos home. There was 2 RBIs on that play, and then they answered back with a 2-run shot of their own. Splash down. And the home run for Eastern Florida by Zarello gave the Titans a lead, 3-2. That was short-lived. And walking, or make that a hit by pitch with the bases loaded. And then got another on the RBI double play. And then they took a lead by a run. The Titans came right back in the 5th. Silva had reached on the error. And he came around to score. And then the RBI single from Valdez brought home Espinal. And then Broward leveling the scoreline once more in the 6th. As Rivero came home to score on the RBI single from Adams. And that's where we're at, 5-5. Been no scoring in innings 7 and 8. So 3 outs apiece to decide it or send it into extras. So it'll be Joseph Renovales to lead things off. A lot of chatter on each side now. Sun starting to set to our west. Renovales singled and scored in the 3rd. Walked and scored in the 5th, so 2 runs, plus being put out at 6, and now he'll lead off with a single. So Renovales now 3 for 4. But, if nobody out, there's a runner on for Eddie Arteaga, who had the 2-run shot in the 3rd.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting there by Renovales, and anytime you can get your 7-hole hitter have 2 or 3 hits, and you know you're going to have a good night.
Here we go, Eddie.
It's Eddie Arteaga. Strikeout in his last at-bat. Take that one a ball.
Now we're back to the cat and mouse game a little bit. Is Broward going to try to steal the bag right here? Stay out of a potential double play? Or are they going to play it safe?
Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch there by Cam Weinberger. Ball had a little movement on it, down away at the knees. Not much that Arteaga could have done with that. Here's a 1-1.
Takes outside a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Again, runner on first.
2-1.
Renavalis. Renavalis does have 18 steals.
Yeah, the Titan defense is playing straight away.
And a missed strike 2.
Once again, a nice pitch outside of the knees. Cam's got him set up right now for whatever he wants to throw at this particular situation.
2-2.
Goes down and gets a piece, but it's foul.
Renavalis faking a little move to second. Thought he was going, but Arteaga spoiled a little bit with a foul ball off to the left side.
Two Weinberger. Count runs full. 3-2.
Hey, 3-2.
Now I'll look for Renavalis to go here. 3-2, no outs. See if the Titans force a strike him out, throw him out situation. Be a good time maybe to toss one over there and hold him tight.
He goes. Pitch out.
Ball 4.
Ball 4 anyway, so runners first and second and nobody out. So Weinberger losing Arteaga. Renavalis on at second. And there's Shamir Morales, the catcher. And now some activity in the Titans bullpen.
Yeah, J.P. Williams been down there warming up for a little bit, so he should be ready to go whenever Coach Tam decides it's time to make a move. Players went out there to talk to Cam to buy a little more time. Ramos giving the signal from third base.
Play.
On a potential bunt right here from the 9-hole hitter.
Throw back.
Oh, had a little pickoff play on. Renavalis wasn't biting there, but good idea nonetheless.
Still no count on Morales. Now, our strategy being discussed.
Strikeout would be huge right here. Set up a potential double play and get out of the inning.
Ball.
Runners coming in, the fielders coming in on each corner to prevent the bunt.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where if you know he's going to bunt, it's not a bad idea to try to elevate a fastball and see if you can get him to pop the bunt up. Maybe get an easy out and potentially a double play. It's tough to get those high fastballs down on the ground.
Oh, cracked down the line, fair ball. This has got trouble written all over it. 1 run will score, 2 will come home easily. And Broward College has taken a 7-5 lead in the top of the 9th. So Morales doing some damage.
Yeah, that ball was laced. He was looking fastball all the way, and he just turned on that right down the third base line.
3 for 4 night for Morales.
Yeah, the bottom part of Broward's order has really carried him tonight.
Play.
Back to the top of the order. Onyx Vega, runner at second, and still nobody out. You hate it for the sophomores here. Now really up against it with just 3 outs to work with. Still got to get out of this inning first. Gobbled up by Espinal, thrown on to first. There's one away. Runner advances to third on the play.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's so important to keep that runner at third base right here and just keep it at a 2-run game. That's doable. Once it gets to a 3-run game, then it really makes it tough. Hard hit ball by Vega right there. Espinal did a good job of staying down on it, making the play for the first out. But Morales is on third base.
Third run so important. Biggest inning of the night for Broward. Coming in the top of the 9th. Talk about clutch. And first pitch swinging, coming back is Espinal, knocks it in the air once, twice, and he's out. Off the glove, set it up to himself, and then eventually caught it. And Ben Beezer's going to have a word about that.
Great play by Moreo, great concentration. It almost looked like a set in volleyball.
That's what I thought. Set it up to himself and then pounded it home. And Ben Beezer is not going to get the call on that one. A little unorthodox, but you'll take it for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it looks like Kurt Brandon, the home plate umpire, is going to go double check with Ray Parrish to make sure that is in fact the right call. We'll see what they discuss.
And he's out.
He is out. Foul ball. Elion Moreo did a good job of getting his mask off, getting it back there. It's almost like it surprised him, hit his glove, and
well,
I have to say I haven't seen that one too often.
That's to fool you. See something you haven't seen. That's saying something.
But hey, it's an out for the Titans, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, glove hit the net, not the ball. We're hearing from Chuck, our audio guy. Thank you, Chuck. Two away, and now Rivero, that third run of the inning, they're waiting at third.
Yeah, good pitch there by Cam. Get this out, and we got the top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 9th, so that's all you can ask for.
2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
To build up the drama even more. Back and forth affair. You'd have to heads a feeling as the last at bat may decide it here.
Yeah, both teams have really played well. It's been a pretty well played game, aside from our few hit by pitchers, hit by batters, but overall a pretty well played game by both teams.
No, it's foul.
Foul ball.
3 baseballs, please.
7-5 game.
2-2. Play.
Weinberger, the second pitcher in this one, trying to get out of the jam. Foul ball.
Yeah, Rivero's hanging tough there.
Two the count. 2 runs already in for the visitors. I have to feel they've stolen one should they hold this off. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Weinberger ends the inning, but 2 runs come across. And it's 7-5. Broward, the half inning to go.
Join the fast-growing and rewarding field of healthcare at Eastern Florida State College's new Health Sciences Institute, where you can earn bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and certificates in a wide range of exciting careers, such as nursing, surgical technology, emergency care, radiography, sonography, and more. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Aviation careers are taking off at Eastern Florida State College's new Aviation Center with FAA-approved programs for aviation mechanics and technicians. Graduates have great job opportunities with top aviation companies and commercial space companies launching the next generation of human spaceflight at Kennedy Space Center. Don't delay. Contact Eastern Florida State College today.
Bottom of the ninth here at Bruce Bochy Field. Titans need 2 runs, and it will be Thomas Haggerty, the 4th pitcher of the night for Broward, the team leader in ERA at 2.63 out of Fort Lauderdale's Westminster Academy. Making his team leading now 18th appearance and trying to get the big victory on the road.
Yeah, Thomas comes in with 31 strikeouts and only 6 walks in 24 innings pitched, so pretty good ratio there.
Titans will be down to their final 3 outs, but with some good hitters. A chance to make this interesting here in the 9th.
Yeah, it's just so critical for this leadoff batter to get on to make things happen.
Dylan Espinal will lead things off. You need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Espinal's 5th at bat, had a couple of singles, 2 for 4 after flying out twice early in the game.
Coach Tam may have him taking a strike, being down 2 in the bottom of the 9th. They may be taking 1 strike. We'll see.
14 multi-hit games for Dylan. Freshman out of Puerto Rico on a 5-game hit streak to get things started here against Haggerty.
Yeah, Dylan's one of those players I know Coach Tam will be happy to have back next year because he does a great job in the middle infield, can play short or second, and usually a leadoff or 2-hole hitter.
Strike 2.
1-2. One of those. Time!
Time called.
Like so far, Haggerty's been throwing some off-speed stuff up there, so we'll see if he challenges him. Yep.
Goes down strike 3. Espinal unhappy with himself. And that'll be the first K and the first batter for Thomas Haggerty. 6 strikeout as a stat.
A little slider away there that Dylan couldn't lay off of.
Sanjurjo with 1 away. Just couldn't hold on. Titans did have a lead twice in this game by 1 run. 5-5 for the last couple of innings until the top of the 9th when Shamir Morales had a 2 RBI single.
Well, and then you just wonder about the home run that was or wasn't. That, you know, if that ends up being a home run,
changes
how
everything.
things change. You just never know.
Neither here nor there now. Haggerty 1-1.
Ball.
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, all it takes is one Titan to get on because we've got the next several guys in the lineup can all leave the yard. So we just need to get one on, and we could tie it up with 1 swing.
And there you go. Order up. Christian Sanjurjo. 1-out single to start it off with Elian Morejo coming up next.
Sanjuro stays hot, right on that slider, a little curveball slider action. Took it right back through the box.
Oh, 4 for 5 night for Sanjuro.
Yeah, and you've got your leading home run hitter up right here. It's the exact situation you want.
Morejo with 7 long balls this year.
You just got to be disciplined right here, not try to hit one out, just try to hit a hard line drive and make something happen right here. Again, he's probably taking a strike.
Ball.
Well, take a ball instead there, Jim.
Yeah. Although he didn't have the take look on that one. Maybe he's letting them go if they like it.
A 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Swinging or hitting here?
2-0. Here we go.
Oh, I'm looking 2-0. I'm making him throw a strike right here. As he gets on, we get a runner at second, even though that run really is meaningless, but it puts a lot more pressure on the pitcher.
There's a strike. 2-1.
The way Haggerty's throwing is keeping everything on the outer third of the plate, so it's really going to be difficult to drive one to left field unless he makes a mistake.
Morejo 0 for 4, by the way.
He is due.
Strike 2.
2-2.
Yeah, he just needs to forget about the home run right here. Shorten up, put something in play. Take that curveball slider to the right side.
Ball. 3-2.
Count runs full. Runner at first to Sanjuro has had quite the night. Swing and a miss. And there are 2 away as Morejo strikes out for the second time tonight. 0 for 5 for Elian.
Yeah, Haggerty just lived with this curveball throughout this at bat, and Morejo didn't get one fastball.
Comes down to Alvaro Valdez to keep this game going.
Now this is where Valdez needs to look for that curveball, because typically left-handed hitters like it down and in, and that's where Haggerty's ball's going, to left-handed hitters. So this is something Alvaro could drive if he gets one of those pitches.
Starts him out with a strike. Titans with 2 runs in the second, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and have been blanked the last 3 innings.
Ball, that's in.
Inside, ball 1. Sun goes down, you still got the sunglasses on Haggerty. Polarization, I guess he's going for.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a pretty good looking changeup right there.
One, 2 from Haggerty. Try to get him to swing at something bad. Outside, ball 2. Haggerty, good-looking freshman, 6'4", 200. Tops on the team in ERA and appearances. So you got him back next year. And strikes him out, and that's the ball game. 7-5 the final. Broward wins game 1 of this 4-game set to close the season. And it's a little bit of smack talk here at the end, and a bit fired up.
Yeah,
and in the end, a 7-5 defeat.
Yeah, Haggerty came in and struck out the side. Impressive freshman there. Had a really good curveball, changeup, slider throwing there at the Titans.
So not the finish the Titans were hoping for after being in front twice in this game. And the sophomores will not go out with a win. Still 3 games to play. Something to make of the season. We'll ask Coach Tam about that momentarily. Handshakes for all.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what he's going to stress as they go down to Broward for a weekend series, that you're sitting at 24-23, and right now you still have a chance for a winning record, and how important is that to you? And hopefully it's important enough to them that they'll go down and compete like they did today, because I really thought both teams competed hard, played well. Both teams came back when they got down, and we just ran out of innings basically is what happened. And one of those games that could have gone either way.
24-23, the Titans fall on the season. 8-17 now in conference play. Broward improving to 33-14 and 17-8, helping their cause as they look to outduel Miami-Dade for the conference championship.
Yeah, and the Titans have 11 freshmen coming back next year, and not only 11 freshmen, but I think 11 quality freshmen, 5 position players and 6 pitchers. So I think Coach Tam will be encouraged by that, to have the quality coming back. You've got Espinal, Silva, Zarello, and Valdez, plus you've got, like I mentioned earlier, Collier Rutledge, who's been injured. And then on the mound, you've got 6 quality pitchers coming back that should bode for an excellent season next year and get back to those 30 wins that Coach Tam is used to.
Well, 7-5 the final score. Jim, as you said, the Titans running out of innings, and Coach Jeff Tam, I'm assuming you look at very, very similar. You just kind of needed a couple more innings to complete this, but you had a couple of leads, and you take the positives and you move on.
Yeah, we fought hard for a while. We had some opportunities to make a difference in that game. Especially pitching-wise, after we score a few runs, we've had some trouble shutting them down, and that's the story of it. They put 2 up late, and that was enough for them.
Coach, what's going to be your motivation as you go into the last 3 games of the year? You're 1 game above 500. What are you going to tell the kids as you head up Friday?
We're still evaluating. We're not sure who's coming back yet, so they better keep their eyes open and play hard and do the right thing and be respectful as young men on the field and off the field and just do the right thing, period.
That should be a good motivation for all the Titans then.
Absolutely.
So a number of freshmen coming back. Coach, I know you're not ready to look. You have a winning record you can play for here this weekend in the 3-game series. But what is that the biggest motivation here this weekend, and also to bring these freshmen back on a positive note?
Absolutely. It's been a down year. We know that. We've been battling a lot of injuries, and we've had some guys that maybe didn't play up to the standard they expected, or we did. But, we're just going to keep evaluating these last 3, and they better go out there as professionals and do their job as if they were 20 games above 500.
Right. Coach, we certainly appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good trip down to South Florida against Broward.
Good luck this weekend,
Good luck,
Coach.
Yeah, good luck, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
That was Jeff Tam as the season, at least here at home, comes to a close for Eastern Florida State College. And again, they will have 3 more to play away. But so ends our broadcast season here on WEFS. And, boy, the work that the crew puts in, you can never say enough about what our crew does. Everybody involved with what we do here at Eastern Florida State College and WEFS TV. Just want to give kudos. And we've done it throughout the year, but also just one last time before we go into our off season. Special thanks to everybody, starting with John Bober, who kind of heads things up. Our producer, Brian Foster, for much of the season. Laritz Karoff also did a lot of the producing duties. Roger punching the buttons as well. Roger Hayward, thank you so much. Mark Spear, our engineer. Julie Howes, operating graphics. April Tolliver, we talked, going to be leaving. This is her last broadcast. She will certainly be missed. Runs camera and replay tonight. Jared Ramnarine, always running that center field camera like nobody's business. Barry Eager not here today, but he's a cameraman. George Shafsma, Marcos Noriega, Lee Story. Of course, we mentioned John Bober running camera, of course, tonight. Chuck Tetschke on the audio controls, always assisted by some great audio operators, Sam Hensler, and Sean Brox. Tonight, Tracy Rice running audio. Marcus Baker runs our red streaming. Michael Jordan, as always, our red hat and getting the information in and out from our referees and umpires. Melinda Sparks, thank you for all of your contributions this year. John Martin and John White have made significant efforts this year. Thank you. Daryl Waller, Christine Minhas also runs some graphics. Ken Otto, Rhonda Perez, and also it behooves me to talk about all of our analysts this year. Jim Wilcoxon to my left. You got Eric Kohler, Alex Powers on the softball, Mark Moses on basketball, Eddie Rodriguez on soccer, Aaron Campbell also on volleyball. That's taking us way back. And a special thanks to Jeff Carr, our athletic director, Ryan Keel, associate athletic director Mike Parsons, who runs the sports information, Cody Harrington, his assistant, who've helped us out all season long. My name's Jeff Radcliffe. So proud to be a part of this. Titans fall tonight, but there's going to be another season in store. We get back to action on WEFS next fall. We hope to see you then. Thank you so much for watching wherever you happen to be all season long. Good night from Bruce Bochy Field on the campus of Eastern Florida State College.
We now return to our regularly scheduled program.